Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for yet another match of the KFC Big Bash. This one should be a very exciting one. We are only a couple days away from Christmas, and both of these sides would love the present of being able to get themselves a win and move just a little bit further up the table. The Brisbane Heat, they are away from home. They've been struggling so far in this KFC Big Bash, but this game, they are going to be batting first. They won the toss. They have sent themselves in. Chris Lynn at the top of the order. He will be hoping to change this game around and change the season around for the Brisbane Heat, who are currently tied for last place. They are sitting on in seventh, I should say, on 4 points, I believe they are, alongside the Melbourne Renegades. But I hope you guys are all doing well. We have got Roman in the chat already. It is going to be the Adelaide Strikers who are going to be bowling for this first inning. So they've got Rashid Khan, they've got Fawad Ahmed, and also they have got a few very capable pace bowlers alongside them with Wes Agar, Peter Siddle, and also, I believe Daniel Worrell is not actually going to be in the starting lineup for this one. He will be an X-Factor player, but instead replacing him, it is going to be once again George Garton. And then we have got Nathan Sim in the chat, as said I as well. Welcome in to the live stream, mate. Hope you are doing well and hope you are excited for this game. For the Brisbane Heat, their batting lineup is going to be as follows. They have got Chris Lynn opening the batting, the man with the most sixes in the whole BBL, by about 100 or something along those lines. He absolutely whacks the ball when he does get the timing right. Chris Lynn, Max Bryan at the top of the order as well. Then they've got Ben Duckett. Tom Cooper actually slots himself into fourth for this one, above Sam Heaslett, Jimmy Pearson, James Basley. Then it will be Mark Stickerty, there, and then Matthew Kuhneman will be getting an opportunity. Majip there once again, Liam Guthrie, and then the two X-Factor players are going to be Jack Wildermouth and Xavier Bartlett. Kind of surprising that they have decided to take Xavier Bartlett out of there, being very good with the bat, but has been expensive with the ball, so I can understand why they have got rid of him in that regard. We have got the RB live stream for 9 hours. Wait for Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Naval to update. We can play the game, but we can't do nothing as well. There's Brandon there in the chat. At the moment, the first ball, it is going to be bowled by the Adelaide Strikers, who did lose the toss. It is at Adelaide Oval. Of course, that was the location of the second test match that we did get to see between Australia and England. And the best news is we have got another one just around the corner. It is going to be the Boxing Day test, 26th of December, running straight through almost to the new year as well. We will put it up on the screen for the schedule, although the days are slightly wrong in terms of the fact that it isn't 11 days away, but it is going to be 26th of December to the 30th. That is at the MCG. Then January 5th to January 9th, that is at the SCG, followed by January 14th to 18th. That is going to be a day-night test match, and it is going to be taking place at Blundstone Arena, which should be a very exciting one indeed for that final match of the Ashes. And morning, Amish, any English players in the side, says Darren. So, normally that's the thing. This competition has a lot of English players normally throughout the teams. I believe George Garton, he is English, if I'm not wrong, Darren. He is in one of the sides for this match for the Adelaide Strikers. And then other than that, though, I think he might be almost the only one. Although Ben Duckett, actually, sorry, he is an Englishman. So it's actually more the Brisbane Heat who have got themselves a couple of those English fellas making their way through there. So it will be interesting to see how they can go. We've seen some very good bowling so far from the English bowlers. And then also the batsmen. We saw a little bit from James Vince last night, but unfortunately did get himself out. And at the end, that was in the game up against the game before last night. That's the thing. I'm losing track of all these games that we have got at the moment. I know that we've got a game tomorrow night that will be at 5:30, and that will be the matchup between the Hobart Hurricanes and the Melbourne Stars. But at the moment, the MVP leaderboard, Josh Philippe, right up there at the moment. Also up there, Mitch Marsh. He's only had a few appearances and he is already making a huge impact in this season. Alex Ross in second for that one as well. I believe the leading run scorer, it is still in the side of Josh Philippe, but Mitch Marsh trying his very best to be able to catch him up in a very short moment. That's the thing. He's had less games, but he is certainly having more of an impact at the moment for Mitch Marsh. They are just showing there a couple of the big catches that have taken place throughout the season. It was actually Fraser McGurk who was able to take an absolute screamer. That was Jake Weatherald who did end up losing his wicket for that one. He is going to be in the batting lineup for the Adelaide Strikers. I would say on this pitch, you probably want minimum 160. I always say around that 160 mark, but anyone who hasn't already, be sure to predict how many runs you think they will be getting. I assume people will be waiting to as close to that 5 overs as you can, because it is, as long as you do it before the 5th over, it does count towards possibly getting yourself a few points as well. I am Ayush is in the chat as well, so welcome in Ayush. And also we have got the afternoon. Hope you're well. As I said, Sebastian, I am indeed, mate, excited for this game. I absolutely love when we get to see the KFC Big Bash in action. Definitely when we get to see some of these big hitters, such as a Chris Lynn, such as Matt Short at the moment for the Adelaide Strikers, has been very impressive throughout this season. An update is not out. It's 9 p.m, nothing new as well. We can't get nothing to be 150, or sorry, to be 15 hours. I'm not getting it. Maybe a big update for not chapter 3 as well. And 150 for 4 is Brandon's prediction there. And also we have got there my bet today, 200 for 8 as well. Says given there in per smash from JA's. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Be sure to get your predictions in terms of how many runs you think it will be. Novmum has said 185 as well. So pretty much the point system is as followed. If you are the closest, you get 3 points. Second closest, 2 points. Third closest, you get yourself the 1 point. And then whoever's got the most points at the end of the KFC Big Bash will win the bragging rights as well. And also you can't change prediction right as well, says Nathan Sim. I believe we're still very early in the process, but I believe you are allowed to change it as long as it's before the 5th over. As well, shall we go big? Lynn smashing one out of the oval as well, says Sebastian. Tell you what, there is a chance that he might be able to do it. That's the thing, Chris Lynn. He's been right there, but not quite all throughout this season. So if he can fire in this game, they certainly have a good chance of being able to win, because we saw it last night for the game with the Melbourne Renegades and the Perth Scorchers. If you have those guys such as a Mitch Marsh or a power hitter just absolutely going berserk at the crease, all of a sudden, even though that's the thing, the Renegades played very well for that matchup, I thought, with the bat in hand. They were going at about 10 and over, but it just wasn't enough to be able to keep up with that pace that they did set. Scoreboard pressure, it is a real thing, and it is something that the Brisbane Heat will be hoping to increase in this one and also get themselves that bash boost point, because bare minimum here, they want to be able to receive the one up against the Adelaide Strikers. They are currently sitting around that middle mark of the table. I believe they are in 5th at the moment. I'm going 168 for 7 as well. And then I show David, my dog, you see it. Oh, you need to see it on Discord as well. And I'll say 177 for 5 there from Sebastian. So I am going to say, I am going to put mine in the chat as well. I assume that I'm allowed to take part in this one, hopefully. I will go 158. 158 is what I will go with for this one as well. And we have all got the wickets by the looks of it as well. And I think that was going to be the tiebreaker, but I've decided for that one, if you are close enough in terms of your points and you are on the same as someone else, you guys just both get the points for that rather than trying to decide who does get it. But I'm going 158 for 8 is what I am going to be going with for myself in this one. But be sure to get in your predictions, ladies and gentlemen. We are only sitting around 8 minutes away from the start of this match. I can't believe how quickly the KFC Big Bash is going this season so far. I've realized that I'm a little bit transparent on my shoulder. So what we will do is, not that. We'll go to about, not that. We'll go to about here. No, that's about the same. That's actually the exact same as I had it. We'll go to here. See how that looks. Hopefully I don't look too weird as well. 184 for 6 there from Morecake as well there in the chat. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who's going to be the top run scorer for the Brisbane Heat? Will it be Chris Lynn at the top of the order? I'm actually going to say, instead of Chris Lynn, I'm going to go Tom Cooper. He looked impressive in the last match for himself. What do you think about Plants vs Zombies Battle for Oval as well? Says to Brandon, it is one of those games. It's very similar to the controls of COD, I guess you could say. It is just getting the hang of it. That is kind of the first step, I guess we should say. And I should mention I went slightly bigger because I think Lynn will have a decent game as well, says Sebastian. Also, I guess in a way, since I've got 158, maybe I've said that he won't have a good game. I hope he does, though, just to find some form before the Christmas break, because if the Brisbane Heat can't get themselves this win, they will probably be playing catch-up throughout the whole rest of the games. And like you can see here, we're already up to match 18 out of 61. It is absolutely flying by the KFC Big Bash. And I'm kind of sad about it, because that means, like, already we're almost a third of the way through the competition, but we are getting closer and closer to the finals, which is also a very nice thing to have happen. In Australia versus England, that's taking place in only 3 days' time now for the first match of the Boxing Day test matches as well, because there is going to be India versus South Africa just a little bit later on in the night. I wish I could watch that one as well, but I think I am unfortunately just going to have to watch the highlights of that one. You see the squad for New Zealand versus Bangladesh, Hamish, as well, says Nathan Sim. I did indeed. It's quite a big squad that they have decided to go with for that one. I'm curious to know who they decide to go with on the pitches as well, because I feel like normally New Zealand pitches, you don't need a huge amount of spinners, I guess you could say, in that regard, but then they probably will still go with at least one. So whether or not they go with, do they go with Mitch Stanton or do they give it to AJS Patel? That's probably the big question for it as well. I'm just going to have a look through that squad once again. Who else have they got? They got Tom Latham, Tom Blundell as well, the two Toms at the top of the order. Trent Bolt, Devon Conway, Matt Henry, Kyle Jameson, Daryl Mitchell, Henry Nichols, Ravindra, actually there, Tim Sally, Ross Taylor, Neil Wagner, and also Will Young. So they go with neither, I guess you could say, for that test squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They are selected there. And also we've got their 3 Muppets, 16 Yawns, and 5 Mr. Squiggles is my prediction as well, says Jay Hayes there in the chat as well. And also 15 hours and nothing on Plants vs Zombies Battle for Oval update. What do you think as well, says Brandon? It sounds like you will have a nice chilled out period before that update does drop. Just before Christmas seems like a weird time to drop it, because I would have thought that they would have waited till after Christmas when everyone has like stopped all the family occurrences, I guess you could say there as well, because we're going to have Boxing Day sales. That's going to be an interesting one all throughout the Boxing Day Test match. I don't think we'll be buying anything on the live stream, though. Although I was trying to work out whether or not to try and have a prize or something along those lines, but I learned that the BBL website actually doesn't ship worldwide. It actually only ships to Australia, New Zealand, and the UK and United States, I believe, are the 4 locations that it does ship to. So that's a little bit unfortunate in that regard. But now we have only got 4 minutes till the game starts. So that is not going to be unfortunate for us. Chris Lynn, Max Bryan at the top of the order for the Brisbane Heat here. They need to try and get themselves a win if they do want a chance of being able to go on and get into the finals of the BBL. It is going to be tough. It's never going to be easy when you are facing up against 2 very talented spinners, Rashid Khan and also Fawad Ahmed. Now, remembering back to the last match for those two, Rashid Khan, he actually went for a few runs, but he was able to get himself the 3 wickets alongside it as well with an economy. Actually, he only had an economy of about 6 compared to Fawad Ahmed, who did have an economy of 4. So they are both very talented players when it comes to that spinning, and definitely on the Adelaide Oval, we saw for that matchup, for the Ashes, in fact, that it was absolutely phenomenal work from Nathan Lyon to be able to get that kind of going and also get plenty of spin. I've just seen a massive watermelon on the screen as well with one of the commentators, and also watched the Brisbane Heat play at the Gabba against Thunder. Chris Lynn started off well, but went early as well. Says hi, guys, there in the chat. That was actually the game that Alex Hales also went out very early, wasn't it? Hi, guys, if I'm not wrong. I think Alex Hales ended up getting himself a duck in that game, and Chris Lynn only getting the 1 boundary and then ended up getting caught in the cover region. So they will both be hoping to fire the next innings that they have got. But this one now, it is Chris Lynn's moment just before Christmas. Does he go into Christmas with a century to his name perhaps for Chris Lynn, or will it be Rashid Khan who can possibly get himself a 5-for into this matchup and really put pressure on the Brisbane Heat? Looking through at the wickets that they have lost in a few of their last performances for the Brisbane Heat, they don't really get away with not losing too many as well. Plants vs Zombies say we are not going to put an update out about the game. It's 30 off, and what Plants vs Zombies say as well, says Brandon there. It looks like the Adelaide Oval, it is going to be played almost under lights. It's relatively dark here at the moment. There are planes in the background. Luckily, though, for them, there isn't that lightning that was striking for a little bit earlier on. Where's the game? The Gabba, Metricon or Adelaide Oval? We are at Adelaide Oval, the location of the second test match for the Ashes series, the one that Australia were able to win in the end with a very nice victory over the English. But now the Brisbane Heat, we will be having a quick look at how many wickets they normally lose. So last match, they did get bowled out. Match before that, they lost 5 wickets. Match before that, they got bowled out. Match before that, they lost 8 wickets. As I'm already sick of hearing about Plants vs Zombies as well. Says the JAs, but the Adelaide Strikers going to be making their way out onto the field. Brendan Jr. and Michael Vaughan actually going to be there on commentary. He's going to be at Shane Warne's house for Christmas, I do see as well. At the moment for the Brisbane Heat, I guess the trend is that they shouldn't get bowled out here, and they should only lose between 5 and 8 wickets if it's anything like the other ones that we have got there. Lads, what is your favourite pizza and YouTube channel? Starting with F as well. Says it was from Brandon. And favourite Plants vs Zombies, as I see Sebastian there, and I think it's at Adelaide. It is indeed the Adelaide Oval, and the Brisbane Heat making their way out. 2 very similar kits. It is fair to say here, the lighter blue of the 2 is going to be the Brisbane Heat. Max Bryan, he is getting ready to go alongside Chris Lynn. I would say favourite pizza is probably just a classic old, like nothing too fancy, probably barbecue chicken bacon deluxe. That sounds quite fancy, but that's from Pizza Hut, ladies and gentlemen, where everyone gets a bargain. No, that's the warehouse we have got there. I can't believe he put me on the video as well. Says hi, guys, there in the chat. And who do you support? Says hi, guys. I would say overall for myself, I guess Melbourne Stars, Sydney Sixers are the 2 sides that I say are just a little bit higher up. But then that's only like, if we're talking percentages, that's only like 1% higher than the rest of the teams. It's just probably because I like their kits a little bit more than the others. And also, our favorite YouTube channel starting with F. I can't actually think of any starting with F off the top of my head. F. Who's got a channel starting with F? I actually can't think of a single channel starting with F as well. And if you were a zombie, what would your name be as well? Says JAs, I think. Oh, that's a tricky one. Something along those lines, maybe. And bro, I hope Brisbane wins today, as well, says Ryan. Also, we've got the 150 for 4. And Duckett is like Chris Lynn, but like, as well, says hi, guys, there. And also, Fortnite says Brandon there in the chat as well. But it is going to be Wes Agar now getting ready to bowl. He did actually sit the last one out, other than being an X-Factor player, and then he was actually out on the field. He put down a very easy catch for himself there. We've got 100% in the chat already. He is fired up for this one. By the looks of it, with the WWWW there as well, but it is going to be Chris Lynn now. He will be on strike for the first delivery of match 18 of the KFC Big Bash. We are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Wes Agar steaming in at the Adelaide Oval. Can he get this ball to talk on the first ball? Nicely bowled, a little bit leg side-ish, and it's going to be whipped away by Chris Lynn. It looks like they will be able to get a nice comfortable 2 here to open out the innings. And it is a good throw from the deep and taken nicely by Harry Nelson. And also we have got there, bro, I think 180 for 5 as well. And also we have got there Pomzom as well in there. And also Kiwi Sub to me, as I said, hi guys there in the chat as well. But anyone who hasn't already, be sure to get your predictions and how many runs will the Brisbane Heat be able to get themselves in this first innings. If you get it closest, you get 3 points. If you get it second closest, get 2 points. If you get it third closest, you do get the one towards the end of the Big Bash kind of competition that we have got running. Big shot there from Chris Lynn. Slices it away nicely with a cut. And that is going to be the first 4 of the match for Chris Lynn. He's on 6 runs off 2 deliveries now for him as well. He's looking like he is going to be, I want to say he's looking like he is going to be on form, but then it's always very, very tough to tell with Chris Lynn because we see him start quickly before, but then he goes out just a little bit after. So we got to wait till he gets to about 20, and then from there we know that he's going to be having a big one. I'm playing NFL as well. Raiders 17 to 23 of the Chargers. Says more cake, and also I'm back, had internet issues. Says Nathan Sims, hopefully your Wi-Fi does let you watch the whole of this Big Bash match. It's going to be the dot ball, the first dot ball of the day for Wes Agar. Can be a little bit expensive at time, Wes Agar, but he can also pick up a lot of wickets. And that is something that the Brisbane Heat, they have had quite often recently, is those wickets falling. Like I mentioned, first game, they lost 8 wickets. Second game, they got bowled out. Third game, they lost 5 wickets. Fourth game, they got bowled out. Luckily for them, they are in the 5th game, which means surely there's not going to be bowled out here because that's going to happen next game. And I'm actually going to have a quick look, see who they have got next. They are going to have the Melbourne Stars next, so that could happen for the bowled out. It's going to be nicely played by Chris Lynn, a little bit uppish, and it is going to be carving through the field. And that is going to be another 4 runs, just rolls away to the boundary. It's a long boundary as well down there. We did see that from the Ashes, and I think 181 for 6 as the target as well. Says hi guys there. But where's Agar? They're just getting the line and left a little bit wrong. Lynn will get 26. Says that Nathan Chris Lynn, he does like playing that ball. He loves getting bat on ball, and when he does kind of punch at the ball, can end up actually almost sitting it straight top. I believe it was Peter Siddle who just wasn't quite able to get the legs working quick enough to be able to cut that one off. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are going to be back tomorrow on Christmas Eve for the matchup that has taken place between the Hobart Hurricanes and the Melbourne Stars. That's actually going to be a slightly early game, 5:30 p.m. New Zealand time. Agar steams in, that's the edge, and Chris Lynn has gone 10 runs off 4 deliveries, and it happens again for Chris Lynn, losing his wicket early. And he is going to be on his way, only facing the 5 deliveries, 10 runs off 5, and he is going to be gone. It has happened too commonly in this year of the BBL. Where's Agar, though, picks up his man, just a little feather on the outside edge of Chris Lynn's bat, and he is going to be gone here. Just a little feather there, overextends the bat, Chris Lynn, and also we have the ouch in there as well, and also Depth and Brief is here in the chat as well. Do let me know your score prediction, mate, for this matchup. Who is going to win as well while we are at it? But pretty much we have got a new system, which is trying to guess the total runs that they are going to be able to get. Why so early they have to go, or they have go as well, says it Kevin, and also no in there from Hi Guys, although it does mean now that they will be having, it will be Matty Renshaw. No, they're actually going Tom Cooper. He's been promoted up the order again. So they are backing him. He was the one who I said would be able to get the most. And also we have got there Lenny Noah as well in the chat. Says, hi guys, here. Not the wicket that the Brisbane Heat want to lose early. Definitely not with a player who has the experience of Chris Lynn. He has been around for a very, 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 very long time. And as well, bro, I think Max Bryant scores a half century as well, says Ryan there in the chat. So we will say that, I guess once you have done your prediction, we will say that it isn't allowed to change. I feel like that is a good way of doing it. Or else then we will see a lot of them kind of coming through late. So pretty much once you've gone with your prediction, that is going to be what it is. Oh, sorry, not Matty Renshaw. I am looking at the Adelaide Strikers, sorry, for their number 3. He's going to be coming in at 3 for them. It's going to be nicely hit down the ground there. Straight away, Tom Cooper gets off the mark, and that is going to be 4 runs down the ground. Brilliant shot from Tom Cooper. I swear he did that in his last match as well. Just went out there, hit the 4, and it looks like it's so effortless as well for Tom Cooper. He was able to hit that one along the ground. It is absolutely bucketing down at the moment. It's because I mentioned a barbecue yesterday. And I says, hi, guys. Yeah, that was my mistake. I was on the Adelaide Strikers lineup as well. He's a traitor, Matty Renshaw as well. Although, wasn't he originally at the Brisbane Heat before he went to the Strikers? Where was he before? And also, I'm supporting the Brisbane Heat as well. Says, saying, do let me know how many runs you think they will be able to get, mate. And also, same with Ben Cutting as oh, no, he might have been the one, sorry, that I am thinking of how he did go to the Sydney Thunder. In the end, it's the wrong way around. Says, hi, guys, but at the moment, 57 is how far it is out that kind of point region, and then the pull shot is sitting 66, so it's not very far at all to be able to hit it to the boundary. I think it is hailing at the moment here in New Zealand. Also, I think that whoever comes up with a prediction after Lynn's wicket, it shouldn't count as well. says Sebastian. Yeah, it's going to be tough, although our original rules is you are allowed up till the 5th over, but it is just once you have given your prediction, you're not allowed to change it as well. So we will see a couple more predictions possibly coming through before the end. But yeah, there's plenty of points on the line. And that's the thing. The more active you guys are in this competition, the more chance you've got of being able to receive some points as well. It's going to be nicely bowled by Garden, getting a bit of swing early. That is going to be just a dot ball. And that is the first ball that Max Bryan has watched or has played as well, I should say. And also first inning score W as well. Says that thing there in the chat. And at the moment, George Garden, he is very young, 24. And he has got 5 wickets so far. I give you that as well. Says Lila, welcome into the live stream. Do let me know how many runs you think the Brisbane Heat will be able to get for this matchup. Should be a tough one, but should be very exciting as well to see if the Brisbane Heat can fire like they have wanted to many times. Like I mentioned last match, they did get bowled out. Second match, they did get bowled out. That was almost the edge from Max Bryan. Not a lot of foot movement there from him at the top of the order. In the moment, at the moment, I should say, I don't feel I gave a total, a big total. I'm going to look like a bullock as well, says Sebastian there. And also 155, says Singh for his prediction there. And the chat, yeah, I guess it is one of those tough ones, isn't it? Because it's always good when we get to see the predictions early on, but then, yeah, it's a tough one because I don't know whether or not there should be a penalty for doing it after the first ball as well, because some people are, just a little bit later as well. It's going to be nicely bowled by Garton. And it's going to be once again another dot ball. Luckily, though, we don't have like whoever's furthest away gets plus 1 point or like minus 1 point, I should say. And bro, is no ball when Chris Lynn out as well. Says Ryan, was it the front foot no ball? I'm just going to have a quick look because I believe if it was like it was fine for height and everything like that, it did bounce. I watched the Ashes first game on day 4. Aussies only 20 for 1 as well, says hi guys, and we are going to be covering the Boxing Day Test match on this channel as well. So if you guys are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It is hugely appreciated you guys all being here. We're going to be here tomorrow for Christmas Eve as well. Going to be with all the league side. And Max Bryant trying to get it down to the square leg boundary. Cut off in the deep though by Matty Renshaw. Good running between the wickets from Bryant though to get the back for the 2 runs there as well. But at the moment, do let me know as well your predictions for the game tomorrow for the Melbourne Stars versus Hobart Hurricanes. Who's going to be able to win that one? Feel like it's going to be a good game. The Hobart Hurricanes, they've actually been looking pretty decent so far. Their 1 win, though, coming in the kind of downfall of the Sydney Sixers, which only lasted for 1 game, and now they are back to their winning ways as well. It's when they play the Perth Scorchers that I think is going to be an absolutely epic one. That's going to be, once again, hit to the left side by Max Bryan, almost the same position as the last one. And once again in the deep, I believe that one was actually Matthew Short. A little bit too big on that throw. And also, it's Pearson playing. If he is, he will be the top run scoring. He is indeed. He is going to be coming in at about 6 for the Brisbane Heat and Raiders, 17 to 26 as well, bro. Melbourne Stars win tomorrow as well, says Ryan. And also charge a field goal, 4th quarter, 1 minute 13 left in the game. I was supposed to go to this game, but COVID stopped me as well, says Monkey Man. So that is a shame. Hopefully, you are still able to watch it from the comfort of your own home. Shot from Max Bryan, just a classic straight drive, little bit lofty, but there was no one back there, and that is going to be the 4 runs there for Max Bryan to close out this second over, and it is going to be 22 for 1 here for the Brisbane Heat. Merry Christmas, Kiwi, as well. Says hi, guys, there on the chat, and Merry Christmas to you guys too. Something that I am going to be doing, I've got a little bit of a Christmas special, you could say, for tomorrow, but for now, we might as well put that up in the corner. It was made by Sebastian. It is the Kiwi Lads logo with the little Santa hat on it. As the Hurricanes by 12 runs or 3 wickets. And I Kiwi Lad, what do you think total as well? Says the Lila. I did give my prediction at the start. I believe I said 158 for 8 was my prediction there. But be sure to get your predictions in before the 5th over, ladies and gentlemen, if you do want a chance of going into the point system as well on Christmas. And there is our front Sebastian. He has got the emoji with the Santa hat. It is now going to be Peter Siddle trying to get this one. And also, I think go outside by my bro as well. Says that Ryan there in the chat. I assume that is for you because at the moment it is pissing down here in Waimate. Unfortunately, we've got a whole heap of rain on the cards. Hopefully not for Christmas, though. Hopefully it is going to ease up a little bit by there. It's going to be the ramp shot. Nicely played by Tom Cooper. That's a big one. And that is going to be, did it go all the way for 6? I believe so. He's just absolutely timed that to perfection as well. Who do you think is going to win as well? I think the Adelaide Strikers have a decent chance, but the Brisbane Heat definitely will be able to get themselves right up there as well for the total. It depends on the batting order also of the Adelaide Strikers, though. Both of these sides have been known to unfortunately lose wickets in a hurry. That's a shot and a half from Tom Cooper. He is finding the middle of the bat every time he hits the ball at the moment, and that one probably went about 80 metres from as well, whipping it off the legs, and that's going to be another 2 runs here for Tom Cooper. It's going to be cut off in the deep, though. Nicely done by Short. And also, what is on your Christmas list as well? Says, hi, guys. I don't actually really have one this year. Overall, I seem to be, anytime that we get near Christmas, I just don't know what I want. So it's more of the case of, like, I'm glad that we have Christmas lunch here. I feel like that's going to be pretty awesome. get to hang out with plenty of people. Cody has said, is this on TV? Because I don't think it is as well, says Cody. So depending on what country you're in, Cody, I believe Australia. What are your options? Do let me know, Robert. That's going to be a big shot once again from Tom Cooper, almost going out to the man in the deep, but that's going to be another 4 runs. He is on fire at the moment. Peter Siddle got the big smile on his face. He's not too happy with that one, though, overall, and not on 7 as well. Says more cake there, and also we have got there, yes, Cody, and also we have got there in the chat, get the Heat, or the get the Heat making 160 strikers to make 165 as well. Says Robert, and also we have got there what channel as well, says Cody. Hopefully, Robert will be able to help you out there as well. That's going to be Peter Siddle appealing, I should say, for that one. Is that going to be the wicket? Is this at this ground, or is this the replay that they are showing here? I believe that is going to be him out. The scoreboard's disappeared, so I wasn't too sure whether or not this was a replay or something along those lines, but that is going to be now Tom Cooper. It's back now, and he is going to be gone now for Tom Cooper. 16 of 5 deliveries. I got so confused there. I looked at the chat for a second, and then it looked like it was a replay of an old game and Channel 7, KO and Foxtel as well. So we are just seeing Peter Siddle there. It's just a good Yorker. Hits the back foot. And that is going to be an LBW for him as well. And how far the drive from Waimaniti to Hamner Hamish, for me, it's 4 hours as well. It says, Nathan, oh, that's a good question. I will have a quick look online because I'm not actually too sure of distances really. So it's Hamner Springs, isn't it, that we're talking about? Right. What we're looking at, it is a 4 hour, 12-minute drive for us from here. And also we have got there, Kiwi, do you have a pet? I do indeed. We have got a cat. And his name is Billy. He's been on the channel a couple times. From our Tom Cooper out as well. And there's Sebastian. And also we have got the from Australia as well. Says Cody. So yeah, KO or Foxtel seem to be the best bets if it isn't on Channel 7. But Peter Siddle there, he went for 6 runs, he went for 2 runs, he went for 4 runs, and then he went for the wicket for Peter Siddle. And now Ben Duckett's made his way to the crease already. 2 down here. But prediction terrible as well. Says Kevin there, don't worry, we've got plenty of innings left. That is for sure, I should say. DC has said hi as well. Welcome into Livestream Heat. All out for 80 as well, says Aussie Mozzie there for the prediction. Also, we've got there St. Louis Rams versus San Diego Chargers there. And it is going to be no run there for Ben Duckett off his first delivery face. But Tom Cooper, that's the thing. They've had 2 players who have been going at way above the strike rate that they do need, like Chris Lynn going at a 200 strike rate, getting 10 runs off 5 balls. Tom Cooper, he had an even higher strike rate, getting 16 runs off 5 as well. And also we have got there in the chat, go Heat as well, says AFL has fun there in the chat. And also we have got there, that was ages ago as well, says hi guys, and Ghost Striker says scam. Now Peter Siddle charging in once again, whips it away to the deep mid-wicket region, and there is going to be a man back there. It looks like they want the 2 though, and they are going to be able to get it there. Ben Duckett, a quick man between the wickets, hasn't got the longest legs, but was able to get through there. Peter Siddle going for 14 runs off his first over, and what did Lynn make Hamish as well? He was able to get himself 10 runs off 5 balls. So once again, he just kept on going, but unfortunately for him, just ended up going out early yesterday. Went Renegades 99, and they got 185 as well. There says Nathan Sim, and also Aussie Mozzie proves my point with the post wicket predictions as well. Says Sebastian there in the chat. Yeah, we are up to 3 overs down at the moment. I feel like 5 overs is too generous, isn't it, a little bit? I guess you could say. We'll have to wait and see. I guess it is going to be that we are checking this one before. Yeah, that's a clean LBW. But yeah, we will have it possibly that we change the system after New Year's, depending on how it goes as well. Strikers to win, says DC there. And the chat as well, who do you think will win? I think that the Adelaide Strikers have got a very good chance. Before the match, they were sitting a little bit more probable of being able to get the win. And now they are sitting 61% for them to be able to get it. And now it is going to be Max Bryant once again charging in. Good shot from him. It's into the deep, and it's all the way for 6 runs for Max Bryant. Nicely played by him, and that is going to be another 6 for the Brisbane Heat. It seems like they're not going to try to really take a backward step, I guess you could say. They're going to be continuing to swing as well. For me, Better Homes and Gardens is on as well, says Cody there. So I feel like you would much prefer watching the surface that is the Adelaide Oval. So Duckett is good. Always near 40 runs as well, says hi guys, and Cody, it's on to 7 maybe or something. Max Bryant, normally against pace with the left arm. He's a little bit slower scoring, but it seems like straight away he's gone and got on himself a 6 off Garden's first delivery, sitting on 14 runs off 8. But that is something similar that we have seen for the rest of the Brisbane Heat players. They get themselves a whole heap of runs in a hurry, and then they do end up going out. But they're currently sitting 42 for 2. So it seems like I would like to think the Bash Boost point is going to be secure for the Brisbane Heat. It's not the hugest boundary out there. 2 wickets and no yawns. Your yawn predictor is broken. It says JAs. It is indeed a feeling at the moment, wide awake, and 89 It's not bad as well. This game there. It's going to be hit down the ground once again and just going to be the dot ball for them as well. Who's Cody as well in the chat? We have got Cody Fearon there as well. And also we've got their Prawn Stars is on 7, mate, as well. Says Cody. So, yeah, have you got KO, Cody? Do let me know. But at the moment, still very early in this game. And also, if you can't find anywhere to watch this game, it is going to be on cricket.com.au, their YouTube channel. They will have the highlights of this one afterwards, but I know that that's not quite the same as getting to watch the game live. Bryant currently sitting on 14 runs off 9 deliveries. Steven into crease here. Garden, he gets plenty of swing. Bryant tries to hit it through the gap on the offside, but it is fielded at mid-on by Wes Agar. And currently, there hasn't really been a bowler who hasn't gone for a huge amount of runs here. Both Wes Agar bowling one over, getting a wicket, but going for 14. Is it because I'm in Victoria as well? Says Cody. Oh, that's a good question. But at the moment, Max Bryant, 5 runs in the first game, 2 runs in the second game, 18 runs in the third game, 2 runs in the fourth game. So he hasn't really found that total that he would be after so far. He always seems to get himself out a little bit early. Maybe this is his opportunity to be able to get himself towards that half century. It's going to be hitting a ball in the air. It's lobbed over the field, and that's going to be a boundary out point way. Once again, good cut shot from Max Bryant. And at the moment, the Brisbane Heat, they are just going in boundaries. At the moment, Chris Lynn hitting 2 4s. Max Bryant hitting 2 4s, 1 6. Tom Cooper hitting 2 4s, 1 6. In fact, Tom Cooper, he only had 2 runs that didn't come from a boundary. And Max Bryant, I believe he's sitting about 4 runs that haven't come from it as well. Do you have a pet? As well as says, hi guys, I do indeed. Name is Billy, and he is a cat. And he will be looking forward to Christmas as well, I'd like to think. Although we haven't got him up in the corner, we haven't instead got the Santa out there as well. It's simple. You have to give your prediction before the first ball is delivered. Teachers, punctuality as well. You have to be here on time, as well, says Sebastian. That's going to be another good shot from Max Bryant. And yeah, it may end up becoming that for the new year type thing once we do get into this situation of kind of working out the system, because it depends on, like, if the people who are predicting before the game end up getting the points, I feel like it will be all right in that regard. But if it is the ones who predicted the latest possible who do get the points, then we will have to try and adjust it a little bit. At the moment, anyone who hasn't given their prediction, you have got another total of, tell you what, they're on 50 for 2 already at the end of the first 4 overs. They're certainly going quickly at the moment, but yeah, pretty much you've got another over before you have to get your prediction in, or pretty much by the end of this over. If you haven't predicted, then it does not count towards the points at the bottom here, which is going to be first place 3 points, second place 2 points, and third place 1 point as well. But the Brisbane Heat, they've actually hit, the Brisbane Heat have hit no singles yet. They've only gone in 2s, 4s, and 6s as well. They love odd numbers, or sorry, even numbers, I should say there. And also, bro, I told you 180 for 4 as well, says Ryan. I have marked it for you as well, mate. And we have got there. Who do you want to win? Here we as well, says, hi guys. I want to see some good cricket played on both sides being able to get around that 200 mark. I feel like the closer that we get to Christmas, we want to see some close ones. 192 for 8 as well, says Music Kiwi. And anyone who has already had the prediction, it will be your first prediction that I am registering as the one that we are going off. Rashid Khan now, or a little bit of a scoop shot almost from Ben Duckett. That's going to be racing away to the boundary. That ball's not stopping, and that's going to be 4 runs. So they are still yet to get a single here for the Brisbane Heat, and Rashid Khan going to end up going for the 4 runs straight away. He doesn't look too happy with that one. And 50 in a 4 over power play. That's decent by the Heat as well, says Sebastian. Exactly right. And if they can work their way towards that 100 by the end of the 10 overs, I feel like the bash boost point is well and truly going to be secured for the Brisbane Heat. And also we have got there, is there a ladder for the comp of who gets can guess the runs the team gets as well, says Smallcake. So yeah, pretty much it will be added up all throughout it, and Strikers by 2 wickets as well, says DC there. And it's going to be fielded in the deep for Garden. Nicely done. Something is wrong because I watched Sydney Sixers versus Adelaide Strikers as well, says Cody. Yeah, so it seems weird that it is going to only be, there's a yawn for you, Jay, but it seems weird that it's only some of the games that they are showing. I wish it was like that pretty much you knew that it was going to be on no matter what. Just to make it a lot easier for you guys who do want to watch the games kind of game by game as well. My prediction is 64 runs as well, says Cody there. So he is thinking that they're well and truly going to fall down in the next little while as well. Although it is your prediction for the full 20 overs, that's going to be a good shot from Max Bryant, and that is going to be racing away to the boundary. Once again, Heat win once the season with 19 balls remaining as well, says hi guys. Yeah, they have been struggling a little bit so far, the Brisbane Heat. They either go out there and hit a lot of runs in a hurry, which they are doing here, although the good thing for them is they have only lost the 2 wickets. Normally by this stage, they do end up losing 1 or 2 more, and then it gets very tough for them to be able to keep on going on at the rate that they have, because normally it becomes a little bit of that rebuilding phase. Shot there from Brian once again. Out deep, cover way. Everything is being hard. And this over is the first over that we have seen from the Brisbane Heat where they have gotten singles as well. Channel 7 didn't get this game, Kiwi lads, due to Xmas carols. It's only on KO, Fox Now, and the radio, and Cricket Australia app as well. Says Robin, and last night I was close. I said 182, but they got 185 as well. There's Music Kiwi, so very close in that regard. Rashid Khan at the moment, 4 balls he has bowled so far and has gone for the 10 runs, something that we're not really used to seeing for Rashid Khan, but it is going to be now Ben Duckett on strike. He tries the reverse sweep. Doesn't quite get all of it. In fact, he hardly got any of it, and he had to hit it or else it would have been possibly taken over the stumps. I almost fell for a scam as well. So swabs there, and also touchdown charges. 0 for 6 with kick to come as well. Almost gave up a virus, or gave me a virus on the PC. As I said, Swabs, I know that we've been getting quite a few emails recently, like with people saying like, oh, your package has not arrived. Be sure to click this link or give us $2 and we will let you know whether or not it has arrived. So anyone who is getting those, do not give them $2. Do not even click on it as well. And also, England have to try and win the game if they want to win the Ashes as well. Says, hi, guys. Yeah, they certainly need a win. They need 3 in a row here if they do want a chance. Sky Sports 3 or Channel 53 in New Zealand, right, Hamish, as well. It is indeed. All of these games pretty much have been Channel 53, Sky Sport 3, other than some of them that do end up on Sky Sport 1 as well. And I need them to get 64 runs for the end of the over as well. Says Cody there in the chat as well. And kick is good. Rams 0 for 8 over the Chargers. 0 for the Rams, 8 for the Chargers there from Moorcape, but that is going to be the end of the over. And now Fawad Ahmed going to be brought into the bowling attack. 61 for 2 here for the Brisbane Heat. So starting off extremely well, but it's whether or not they can continue this momentum that they have been able to build up nice and early in this game. But Fawad Ahmed at the moment, 3 matches for BBL 11. He's only taken 1 wicket, but he is very economical, only going for the 6.13 per over. And I feel like this is a good game for him to get the opportunity to try and pick up a couple as well. Channel 7 normally shows all the games, or Channel 6 outside of Sydney as well, says DC. So have you tried Channel 6, Cody? Do let me know. Here we go. We're in another little drink, but now Fawad Ahmed is going to be bowling this one. Pitches it up nicely. Duckett pretty much has to slam his bat into the ground to try and get that one away to the leg side. Only bowling at 85 Ks there, Fawad Ahmed, trying to give the ball an opportunity to spin, as we did see in the Ashes. This pitch and the Adelaide Oval, it likes to spin a little bit. Do we have a guess? Do we have to guess the wickets or just the runs? Just the runs is what we are going with. And there is a 16-year-old difference between Ahmed and Khanlo as well, says Nathan Sim. That is absolutely crazy how young Rashid Khan is. That is sure. But then Fawad Ahmed, he's one of the kind of veterans of the competition, I could guess you could say. He was at the Perth Scorchers for a little while. So my prediction is for the Heat to get 173 and the Adelaide Strikers will get 6 wickets as well, says Cody, although it is just after the 5th over as well. So unfortunately, it has to be before the 5th over, but we will still count that prediction as one that we do look at, but it just won't count towards the points that are down below. Fawad Ahmed now, big swing from Ben Duckett, and he's not quite able to connect with it as well. Currently 2 singles and a dot here for Fawad Ahmed. Like I mentioned, always very economical, Fawad Ahmed, no matter what, for his bowling. And I feel like that is where he is really going to be able to help them out. He needs to have a good over here. And same with Rashid Khan for his next one. That's going to be dragged down a little bit, but Duckett not quite able to get it away to the boundary as well. What channel are you watching us? You're watching this on as well as this game. So I'm in New Zealand. I'm watching it on Sky Sport 3 for the location of the channel that I am watching it on. I know that it is also on cricket.com.au, their YouTube channel. They will have the highlights after this game as well. And please count it as well, says Cody. We'll have to wait and see. I feel like Sebastian at the moment is the rules maker, I guess you could say there in the chat as well. But then for the Adelaide Strikers, you will be able to guess exactly how many runs they do end up with for theirs, as long as it's before that. Feel free to give your prediction in the 90th over as well. There's a measure there also in there as well. It is going to be Max Bryant sitting on 28 runs now. His highest score so far for BBL 11. Another dot ball. Very good over from Fawad Ahmed, only going for the 3 runs, and now they are going to be sitting 64 for 2 here for the Brisbane Heat. As well, also we have got there who will win as well, says Bishnu. I believe I still am going to say the Adelaide Strikers, even though the Brisbane Heat are getting a very good total. I feel like they've got the batting capabilities of Strikers with Matt Short at the top of the order. Jake Weatherald, I feel like is due to get a big total. And then Matty Renshaw also there for them as well. And also we have got there Kaha in the chat. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, but I hope you are doing well, mate. At the moment, the Brisbane Heat had some very big overs, but that one there for Fawad Ahmed, only going for the 3 runs. Absolutely phenomenal from him. And now I assume, will they go Rashid Khan again? Maybe he does get another opportunity. It looks like he will be here. Ben Duckett, he is going to be on strike. 11 runs so far off Rashid Khan. The run rate is going at 10.67. Surely count it. It was 2 balls after as well. There's Cody there. That's a reverse sweep from Ben Duckett. It's going to be nicely played, and they do end up just having the dot ball once again there for it as well. But Duckett at the moment sitting 10 from 10 as well. And then who's Jake Lehman play for as well? Jake Lehman. Oh, I remember the name. Is he playing or is he the coach? Lehman. Or am I thinking of a different Lehman? There's going to be 4 runs for Ben Duckett there. A little bit of a ramp shot there from him, and it is going to be there 4 runs there for Ben Duckett. Now he's going to be sitting on 14 of 11 overs. Or sorry, 11 balls, I should say, as well. And there, and also we've got there, shut up as well. Says Cody there in the chat. There's going to be the nice little ramp shot coming from Ben Duckett. Nicely played by himself to be able to get, once again, both of these guys going in at over 100-run strike rate. These guys are going towards the 200 mark. Another reverse sweep from Ben Duckett, and he does get it through the gap. It is just going to be the single, though, out to deep point. There are a lot of unorthodox shots that we are seeing from the Brisbane Heat so far here. But 6.3 overs down, 2 wickets, and 69 runs here for the Brisbane Heat. They are going to be working their way towards. That's the thing. If they keep on going the way that they are, they're actually getting 210 at least, maybe even 214 or so. If they can keep on going, it is a short boundary at the Adelaide Oval, definitely sideways. Rashid Khan puts it in the slot. It's not quite out of way, though, but it is going straight between the 2 men, and that is going to be the 4 runs. Following once again, also we have got there, can you show the screen that you're watching it on, please, as well, says Cam. Unfortunately, due to licensing, if I was to show any match footage or audio, it would get taken straight off YouTube. Unfortunately, sorry, as well. So I do apologize in advance that I'm not able to show it, but pretty much if I was, YouTube would copyright strike us, and we would possibly get sued as well, which would not be ideal just before Christmas. Doing cricket captain again, Strikers versus Stars, nice shot. Once again, it is going to be the dot ball, though, for Rashid Khan, and also we've got there in the chat as well. Just to let you know, tomorrow's BBL game will not be shown on Channel 7-6 outside of Sydney, Cody, as well, says DC there in the chat. But now it is going to be Max Bryant sitting on 32 off 19 deliveries. Little bit leg side-ish, but I believe, did he end up getting a bit of a glove on it? No, he didn't, and it's going to be called as the Y. And also, hey, yo, happy holidays, everyone, as well. There's a crazy incident. And I also see that you've got, is that a cat with a Christmas hat? We've got a Christmas hat up on the Kiwi Lads logo up there in the corner as well. So you're feeling very festive by the looks of it. So Merry Christmas to you too, mate. And hope you are going to be having a fun time. That's in the slot there, Max Bryant, just having a bit of fun, or does he know it's going to be taken? And Max Bryant now, he is going to be gone. 32 off 19 deliveries, and Rashid Khan picks up his man. We have also got the crazy good vibes as well, and 2 9-year-olds fighting in the chat as well. And also we have got there who plays tomorrow as well. It is going to be the matchup between the Melbourne Stars and also the Hobart Hurricanes as well. And there, so it is going to be a very exciting one. But Rashid Khan there, Max Bryant, he kind of sat down on the one knee, tried to hit it all the way to the boundary. But Wizaga, that is a fantastic catch, looking straight into the sun as well. Ram 7 and the Chargers 8 as well. And Ayo Sebastian in the chat says it crazy and Z as well. But Rashid Khan, they're just giving him a bit of a clap there. Oh, I think Rashid Khan just swore a little bit at Max Bryant. I don't think he's too happy about Max Bryant getting 32 runs off 20 deliveries and going aggressive as well, bro. Brisbane Heat play well. I think Brisbane Heat qualify as well in Stars versus the Hurricanes as well. Says it Robert there, but that is going to be 3 wickets down now, 7 overs down. The Big Bash boost point, you'd say it's all but secure for the Brisbane Heat. I have to go at 7. I'll be watching it on my TV because my iPad goes off at 7 as well. Says, all right, guys, so no worries there, mate. LBW for Tom Cooper. Bryant going 32 runs off 20, and also Chris Lynn out early, bowled by Agar, 10 runs off 5 deliveries as well. On 12 as well, says Cody, rather than 9. At the moment, the strike rate, you're looking through these numbers. 200 strike rate for Chris Lynn, 160 for Max Bryant, and then 320 for Tom Cooper as well. Let's go. Got Steiners for 23 as well. Says Nathan Sim there. And the jab, but forward Ahmed at the moment. He's got 1.1 overs there. And also we've got, oh God, I just got a virus as well. Says Dwubs, how did you manage that, Dwubs? Do let me know. Going to be hit extremely high in the air from Ben Duckett. Is this going to be another wicket? No, it falls short. And it's just kind of taken a divot out of the ground there, the way that it has fallen in. But Ben Duckett, very lucky not to go there AFK as well. Says it was. And also Hal says, hi, guys. And also we have got there in the chat as well from Wells. Or sorry, Wells is out on the field. He was trying to run in from the boundary. Just wasn't quite able to get to it. It went extremely high from Ben Duckett. And, you know, as a batsman that you feel like maybe, you know, you need a little bit of luck in that regard. The email had an attached file. I didn't click it as well, says Dwubs. And also, do you have to be on the live stream when you do the points as well? Says Music Kiwi. It is preferred just because of the fact that it does mean that we can kind of keep a track of who has got what points and whatnot as well. And I didn't click it as well, says Dwubs. So hopefully, if you didn't click it, it shouldn't do it, I guess you could say. But hopefully, hopefully it will be all right in that regard. What kind of virus do you think you've got there as well? But now it is going to be Fawad Ahmed. He's been economical so far, only going for the 2 singles. That one, it didn't actually bounce that much. Fawad Ahmed, he gets a deceptive amount of kind of skid on the ball, I guess you could say, that does keep it low. And that is going to be, once again, another single. If he can get out of this over as a very economical bowler, perhaps they go him again just to try and really save that bash boost point in terms of the strikers being able to get the extra one on this one. But now it is going to be Sam Heaslett. He's been phenomenal throughout the Big Bash so far, always able to hit the sixes. And with this ground at the Adelaide Oval not being very long, I'm going to go and come back. Need to wrap my bloody Christmas presents as well. Says Music Kiwi there. So good luck with that. Hopefully they are all a nice clean wrap, I guess you could say. I'm terrible at wrapping Christmas presents. I will be honest. I just can't quite get the hang of it. It's trying to put the tape in the right place and it just doesn't work. So I normally go with the bags. You know, the bags that have the little handles and it's just a shiny bag. I go with that because it does save you a little bit of time as well. Fawad Ahmed there. He's going to be whacked away to the leg side. What a shot that is. And that's going to be 4 runs to close out the over. And Fawad Ahmed now. That one was a little bit more expensive. Went for the 8. And they are going to be now 82 for 3 here after the 8 overs as well. I'm a pro rapper as well. And also I think the bash boost point will be 100 or something as well. And they says, hi guys, yeah, at the moment they're going very well. And if they keep on speeding up the way that they are going to be able to get that total of 200 here with the current run rate that they have got as well. Maybe they even get a little bit higher, 205 might be on the table for them. But like I mentioned, Chris Lim, Max Bryant, Tom Cooper, and currently Ben Duckett, they are all going at a strike rate of more than 100. And if they continue that, the projected has them at 205. If they go at 12 runs and over, they're getting 226 from here on out, or 10 and over, they get 202. Dropping down to 8 and over, though, they would get themselves 178, which I feel like even that would be a decent total. But the way that the surface is playing, it's looking like it's going to be a very nice one for hitting the ball as well. The predictive is actually only has them at 178. Rashid Khan, once again, limping off the field. I think he has still got that knee injury, unfortunately, a little bit of a wider ball from Wes Agar, but it is going to be considered as a dot ball. So he is going to be able to get away with that one. Relatively wide. Heaslett tries to reach for it, not quite able to. I only rep present once. I made Santa's elves look like alcoholics as well. Says a veteran there. Also, we have got their Stars 186 for 8. Nessa 4 for 28 there. And see you when the Stars play Hurricanes, because I'll go off at 7 and say bye as well. Says hi guys there. Little bit of a sneeze there, but Rashid Khan, he is limping off the field once again. He did actually have a little bit of a knee issue last game. So I believe, nicely played there once again by Heaslett, but I believe he will be going off the field and replacing him. More than likely, they might go Daniel Worrell. I believe might be the man who makes his way out there for them as well. I take my Christmas presents to the shops and they wrap them for me as well. Says DC, that is very smart. So name is you making me sneeze as well. Says Twabs, I don't realize sneezes were contagious. I know that yawns do make you kind of sneeze. Or no, sorry, yawns make you yawn if you do talk about yawns as well. But yeah, I didn't realize that sneezes were contagious unless, of course, you're in that situation of like all sniffing the same flowers and you've got hay fever. Then that is a good sneezing party, I guess you could say. Where's Agar now? Seaman once again, slower ball. And it's going to be hit for the single direct hit. He might be gone. Nah, it's going to be safe there. We're all just not quite able to line it up. The partnership is sitting on 9 runs off 8 deliveries at the moment between Duckett and Heaslett as well. Duckett sitting on 21 off 16. But Rashid Khan there. Oh. Did Rashid Khan hurt his finger? Oh. Okay, I think Rashid Khan might have actually hurt a spinning finger by the looks of that one there. So I think that is actually why he was off the field. He looked like he had a little bit of a limp, but I think that was just, that's off the big old edge, and that's going to be racing away almost to the boundary. Yes, it does go straight to Fawad Ahmed there in the deep. And Northern Brave win the Super Smash, or in Super Smash, Trent Bowl hit 6 of the last ball to win. They win by 1 wicket game as well. Says Sports Sudan. That sounds like a very good one. Might have to go back and rewatch it. Super over match short, 25 off 9. First time ever having one as well. And also we have got their Brandon 150 for 4 as the prediction, just off the edge of Heaslett, but it is going to be racing away to the boundary. And Fawad Ahmed just tries to get on that one, not quite able to though. It does go straight through him, underneath him almost as well. Nicely played there by Heaslett, whipping it off his legs, and it is going out to the square leg side. And once again, it is just going to be the single for them. Harry Nielsen at the moment behind the stumps. He is going to have a good innings in the second one for the Adelaide Strikers. They're currently sitting 49% chance of being able to win. So I feel like that's pretty good overall for the Adelaide Strikers, I guess you'd say, in this position, with how quickly the Brisbane Heat have been able to score their runs. They're sitting on 89 for 3 of 8.5, but I believe a lot of people are expecting there to be a few more wickets falling as well. And what's your prediction, Brandon? We all missed it the first 10 times as well. Says JA's, and also nice. I'm going to watch the highlights as well, and also send me. And the chat says Ch. And there, but that is going to be just a single. Close out the Wizard go over, and he went for 10 on that one as well. Or sorry, 8 runs off that one. My apologies there, and it is going to be 3 for 90 now after the 9 overs. So the Bash boost point here could be heavily secure for themselves, but they are just showing the wickets. Where's Agar able to pick up the wicket of Chris Lynn? Then there was another wicket falling just a little bit after the big old LBW shout, and Tom Cooper was on his way, bowled by Peter Siddle as well. Then from there, Rashid Khan, the ball was hit high in the air. Max Bryant tried to go after it, and then he was caught in the deep by Wes Agar for that one as well. Tell me when it's 7 as well. Says I guys there in the chat as well. And also we've got there 7 in the chat. Says JA's, and also 1 super over. I got 14. They got 3 as well. Says Nathan Sims. So 3 isn't too good in a super over. Feel like even the Black Cat's still a little bit better than that. And it's going to be once again Fowen Ahmed, nicely done by him as well. Almost the wrong in there. And Duckett was expecting the spin. It didn't arrive though. And it was good stump work, or good glove work behind the stumps, I should say, for Harry Nielsen. Ben Duckett at the moment sitting on 23 runs off 19 deliveries. He's sitting on 8 runs off 6 deliveries. So they're not really going as quickly as some of the men were before him. But this is going to be the rebuilding stage. That's going to be high up in the air. Who is out there? It's fallen safe once again for Duckett. And he's got a little bit of luck today. As it's not 7 for me as well. Says guys there on the chat. Nicely done once again by Ben Ducky. He gets back for the 2. They're very quick between the wickets, these two. And Strikers won 3 of the past 4 matches versus the Heat at Adelaide Oval. As the stat that has just come up down the bottom of the screen. But at the moment, Sheikhan, he is actually on the sideline. So I don't know whether or not that finger is dislocated. How has Ducker hit that? I think he almost hit that with the end of the bat there. As in like smacking it like that, which is an interesting way of hitting the ball, I guess you could say. I wish it was as well. And Hamish, for you, a question for you, Hamish. What is your first time you talk? You got 1 minute, and Kiwi Lad's mum can help as well, says Brandon there. And the chat, what is the first time you talk? You got 1 minute. I don't know what my first word was. It's gone straight up in the air, but it is going to be falling safe once again. And now at the moment, the Heat, Duckett's been very lucky. That is 3 times in a row that he has hit the ball up in the air as well. I should mention, people, if you're a Muppet, you're not going to really enjoy your time here as well. Says Abashin there in the chat as well. 1 moment, I will go like this, and I will go like this as well. And it's going to be Fowen Ahmed. Nice pitched up delivery, hit down the ground. I've just sent a message to my mum asking what my first word was. I'm not actually too sure what it was. And more cake in there as well for the Rams, 14 to 11 at the moment. For them at 9.5 overs down. It is going to be 3 wickets down, 94 runs he has been able to get for himself so far for the Brisbane Heat starting lineup. But reverse swing there, almost missing that one. And because he did the reverse sweep, that is going to be the end of the over. Duckett's going out. Is that not a wide? But that is going to be now that they will need 95 runs for their first power surge point for the Adelaide Strikers. If they want to get it, they need 95. It's not going to be very easy at all, but it's going to be an exciting one for the first 10 overs, whether or not they decide that they do want to try and chase that down, or whether they decide that they will be going against it, I guess you could say as well. At the moment, we got ads. It is the drinks break, so everyone be sure to get yourself a drink as well. Cheers, and also we've got the NFL. A sweet guy as well. Says, Sebastian there, and also time up. Says, hi guys there in the chat, and you have 2 minutes, Kiwi Lad Mum, as well. Says Brandon there in the chat. Yeah, she hasn't replied, unfortunately. She may have already gone to bed. I know that they're going to pick up my sister tomorrow at a reasonably early hour. So that is why it is going to be the case of me all by myself for Christmas Eve, like the afternoon session of the Big Bash that we are going to be having. 5:30 p.m. is when that one is going to be starting. Should be a very exciting one indeed. And also, bro, I think 210 Brisbane Heat win as well. Says it Ryan there in the chat. I know it's going to be a very tough one for the Adelaide Strikers to chase down if the Brisbane Heat do end up with that 200. That's the thing. They've got already almost 100 runs. They won the toss. They decided to bat. The current run rate is 9.4, but they only have a 51% chance of it being able to win this game. So it just shows how much they rate the Adelaide Strikers lineup. If you haven't already, anyone, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are currently sitting on 23 likes. Let's see whether or not we can push towards the 40 by the end of this first innings as well. We have got 10 overs to go, so if you haven't already, be sure to leave that like and also subscribe at the moment. Rashid Khan, He is going to be all right. I believe he hurt his finger a little bit, but he should be good to go now. Forward Ahmed at the moment. He has actually only gone for the 15 runs off his 3 overs. He's a very hard spinner to predict what way he's going to be going. And also Yasuskiwi as well in the chat says, hi guys there. And it is going to be Brendan Julie and Michael Vaughan, like I mentioned, who is on the commentary. He will be hoping the English can do a lot better in this next one as well. And at the moment, it is going to be Peter Siddle once again. Let's say, or Lee says up as well. Sup, Lee, I hope you are doing well, mate. The Adelaide Oval, we can see that the sun is going down, maybe a little bit of swing early on, and also doing well considering Lynn went early. Exactly right. I think the thing that really helped them out is because of the fact that Tom Cooper also decided, rather than trying to rebuild it and getting himself out, he just went for a couple 4s, 6 as well, and then he went out, if that makes sense. So because of that, they were slightly able to keep that momentum going. 6 of the last ball, by the way, as well, says Betty Wagon there. And the chat for Trent Bolt being able to hit the winning runs for Northern versus Canterbury game as well. Pizza to dinner today. It was cheese and ham and more cheese as well. And also we've got this up. Says that guy, or hi guys in the chat as well. And also 197. The 7 for the Renegades, Worrell. 2 for 32. He will be hoping that he gets an opportunity today, Worrell, but he is an X-Factor player. And geez, as well, says Jay there. And at the chat, but yeah, at the moment, anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Peter Siddle just running straight through with a good dot ball to start off. He's on strike here. Going to be well bowled once again, pitched up to Heaslett. And I feel like that's the way to go. You can't end up bowling it too short, but you also can't go too full. Or in fact, you can go too full. Because if you do not, and you put it in the slot, he will hit you for 6 as well. And also, we've got that if you won the toss, Hamish, would you bat or bowl first as well? Says Robert. The thing is, with my old team that I used to be on for the South Canterbury development one, we used to love batting second. And the reason for that is because we batted first. We were all out after 10 overs, and it was no fun because they didn't get to bat for very long. So we'd always let them bat first so that they at least got a little bit of time at the crease, and also we'd just bowl as well for a little while, try and practice that a bit more. And I just realized they were 3 streams scheduled for Christmas, Boxing Day, and New Year's as well. Here's the drives there in the chat, and I was very close to the boost target as well. Says hi guys there as well. And also we have got there, bro. Adelaide Strikers will look, and will Brisbane Heat qualify or not, bro, as well, says Ryan. I would say at the moment, Brisbane Heat, if they can find some of that consistency, maybe they will be able to get themselves towards that playoff game. But at the moment, it seems like with where they are sitting, it might be a little bit. It's going to be tough. They've got 14 games, though, so there's still plenty of time to just add everything as well. Says Betty Wagon there. I want to watch this game now because the Smash game will make this game dead as well, says Betty Wagon there. And the chat, but be sure to give your prediction for how many runs the Renegades, or sorry, not the Renegades, the Scorchers, no, not the Scorchers, the Strikers, sorry, will be able to get themselves in the second innings. If you guess it before the 5 overs does take place as well, then you do get a chance at getting some points on the board as well. Yeah, it's got their hard zip. And the chat says Jay there. Now it's going to be bowled nicely by Peter Siddle. It's hit out to the offside, to the point region for Jake Weatherald as well to be able to field it. He's sitting on 10 off 10. Duckett sitting on 29 off 25. These have been a couple very good overs here for the Adelaide Strikers to try and shut down that run rate that was absolutely flying up for the Adelaide Strikers in terms of their bowling figures. They were not looking too flash. Wes Agar going at 11 and over. George Garden going at 11 and over. Peter Siddle 9.8 and over, and then Rashid Khan sitting at 10.5 and over as well. Javad has said, nice commentary. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, I knew that. I'll be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are back tomorrow with the Melbourne Stars taking on the Hobart Hurricanes. Nice shot out mid-wicket way, and that is going to be the end of the over now, going at exactly 9 per over here for themselves, and it is going to be 99 for 5. Or sorry, 99 for 3. And also, how much do you think Pearson is going to score as well? Says, hi, guys. I don't know how much time he is going to get at the crease, but hopefully it will be a little bit of time for himself as well. I would say, I think he's going to get 10 balls or so for himself. And also, Gut in the chat as well from, it was Thalewa Leshwa. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And also, we've got their score as well. Says, hi, guys, there. And it's literally just Dwabs as well. Says Dwabs there. And the chat for his channel, I believe that is when Brandon asked me a link, as I'll ask him politely, and he will yawn as well, says J.O.'s. Hopefully not. Hopefully the yawns won't be coming thick and fast today. It's always the second innings that they start firing up for these ones as well. It is going to be once again Fawad Ahmed, though. He's been great in this matchup, and that's the thing. He hasn't picked up too many wickets this year in the BBL, but his economy is only going at about 6 and over, if not a little bit less now with the way that he has bowled here. And that is something that is so valuable. And Hamish, I dare you to yawn as well, says Doves there. And the chat will have to wait and see whether or not it works. But at the moment, the mouth seems to be that it doesn't want to open. I dare as well, says Doves. It is going to be Fawad Ahmed now. Pitching that one up. Nice sweep shot there. And that's going to be the 4 runs between the two fielders in the deep. I believe one of them was John O'Wells. The other was Matt Short. And he was able to pierce the gap beautifully between them. Duckett moving himself up onto 33 of 26 deliveries. Now, the first boundary, in fact, that Fawad Ahmed, I believe, has gone for in this match, other than maybe one other if he's unlucky. Everything else, though, have been dot balls and also the singles for himself as well. But now he is going to be running and giving it a bit of width. And once again, Duckett trying to sweep it to the leg side, really keen to get it out there. And they do just get the single there for themselves as well. He had anti-yawn tablets before the stream low as well. Says Jay, do they exist? Jay asking for a friend, because I feel like those would help one of my friends who do yawn quite a bit. Steroids probably as well. Says Dubs. It's probably more like it. The win viz at the moment, or the predictive is, has got 181 there. And by C as well, says, hi guys, we will see you later on. It's going to be almost the run out opportunity. Weatherald decides against throwing it. Currently only there's 2 balls left of this one. 7 runs so far off the first 4 deliveries for Fawad Ahmed. Just a little bit more expensive, and I believe that's almost the most expensive he's been so far for an over, and that is only going to be the 4 balls down. Still got 2 more to go, and Fawad Ahmed, he is ready to go. Reverse sweep there, and once again, Ducker hits it in the sky, and he is going to be just lucky with Zaga. Going to chase that one down for just the 2. I'm going to watch that on TV now as well. I got to go. Says, hi guys, so we will see you later on. I don't think so, mate. It's us, Jay. That is unfortunate. I feel like someone who can work out how to make anti-yawn pills, they're going to be rich. Jay, you know how to make, like, are you a scientist, Jay? I feel like if we're talking about things that you've been able to make, it's probably not going to be an anti-yawn one, though. It's probably going to be something else. But Fawad Ahmed, now it's going to be a catching opportunity. Now it's falling short once again. So a little bit more expensive from Fawad Ahmed there, but he's still only going at around that 6 runs and over for his economy. And also, it is going to be now 109 for 3 here for the Brisbane Heat. So 12 overs down, 109 they are sitting on. If they do keep on going decently, they will be able to work their way towards that 200 mark, or maybe around that 180. And nope, I'm glad I'm not a scientist as well. Says Jay, yeah, I must say, like, scientists, like, fair play, because, like, your spelling and whatnot for scientists, like, it's very good. You know, like, they've got some big words that they got to try and write down, and I can't even spell smaller words, I guess you could say. And also, I feel like going to sleep and waiting for Santa in my dreams, that is probably going to be on Guinness Book of World Records for the fakest lie as well. Says I was from Dives there. And also, how can you live stream on YouTube as well? Says Brandon. Pretty much there is a button that says go live, and then from there you can kind of set it up so that it does connect to what you do need to. As well, we have got there. See you tomorrow as well. Says hi guys, we will see you later on. And also, talking about that though, Dwubs, you would be sleeping for about 36 hours or so to wait for it as well. So it would be a long sleep. You probably feel very refreshed. That's going to be the reverse sweep. Nicely played, and 4 more runs there. And Matt Short is being brought into the bowling attack, and he's gone for 4 straight away. And also, if you go onto the top camera icon with the plus on as well, and also we have got there in the chat, touchdown for the Rams, 20-27. The Chargers, 2 minutes left as well. Says Morcakes, a very close game in that regard. I'm hoping that this matchup is going to be relatively close in that regard as well, but it's good reverse sweep, I should say. Duckett's looking like he's playing fearlessly. The Englishman at the moment sitting on 41 off 30 deliveries. Hasn't hit a 6 yet, but that one was very close. So let go live as well. And there's his Dwubs there. And at the moment, they've got 5 4s, no 6s. He's trying again for Duckett. He's hit it straight. That's flat. That's 6 as well from Duckett. Brilliant shot from the number 16 at the moment, or he did enter at a number 4, though, for them as well. Go to your recorder as well. We'll verify your phone number verify your phone number as well. Says Dodds there. No, I can't become. I don't got a phone number as well. And also, we need a separate chat for the kids as well. Says JA, that is going to be a reverse sweep as well. And the 6 from Sebastian. I was just mentioning they hadn't got a 6. I'd say that one went about 66 meters, pretty flat as well for Ben Duckett, but he's getting plenty of it. And now he moves up onto 47 runs off 31 deliveries. They needed someone for the Brisbane Heat to sit around and set the innings, and that is exactly what Duckett and he's like, being able to do here. Short once again now, bowling a little bit too leg side, and it's going to be shot hard, and that is the 50 from Easlet. 6 6s for the man, or 6 4s, I should say. 1 6 as well. Too late, as I says Hamish Spencer. Don't worry, you have still got the second innings as well, and then you should be able to stream as well. How many would you have said, Hamish? It doesn't go towards the points, but how many would you have said before the match, do you think? Because I know that seeing this, you'll probably go with a different number. Kiwi Lads Kids as well, says Sebastian. Maybe one day, the family-friendly channel that we do have where George reviews toys. I feel like that would be an interesting video as well. And there is no way he would not swear during it and Dubs Yap as well. Says that Jay there in the chat. At the moment, it is going to be now. He is on strike, sitting 13 off 13 so far for himself. That is actually his first ever BBL 50 for us all. Why is there even Santa emojis as well, says Dubs? If he's not real, don't they also have like unicorn emojis and stuff though as well? And off we have got there. I suppose I should make a children's section in my pace as well. Hamish Toys reviews. That's going to be a great shot from Heaslett now, and that's raced away to the boundary. This is an expensive over for short so far. We're looking at a total of, I believe, 19 runs so far off the first 5 deliveries as well. No clue. Probably 140 because it is a heat as well. Says Hamish says that also we have got there. I got not got a phone number. Why? As well, says Brandon. I assume because you haven't got a phone, maybe. Might be a good shout, but that is going to be knocked away to the leg side, or sorry, to the offside there. Into deep cover, and it is going to be 20 runs off the over of Matt Short, and that is not what the Strikers would have been wanting there in that situation. 13 overs down, it is 129 for 3 here, but the 50 for Duckett, it came pretty quick for the man. He is now sitting on 52 runs off 33 deliveries, and also 6 fours, 1 6 as well. It says it was, or sorry, says the stats, I guess you could say, and I do, says Brandon as well. So I assume if you have got a phone, you should have a phone number, unless you haven't got a SIM card in your phone. Perhaps maybe it is just a phone that can kind of connect to the Wi-Fi and whatnot, but maybe can't text. Do let me know. At the moment, the offside and the onside seems to be quite popular for both of these guys. Straight out square because they are the shortest boundaries around as well. We have got them in my mum's basement. Sorry, ownership confusion as on. Do you think Adelaide will win? I thought that they were going to, but then that was a very expensive over for sure, and now it puts them back up to kind of sitting around that 10 and over. So it's going to be tough for the Adelaide Strikers to chase down. And I think if the Brisbane Heat get 190 plus, they will win this game. But anything less than 190, I think it is still going to go the way of the Adelaide Strikers as well. There, that concept was suggested 7 years ago. Maybe try a children's trap for whatever you want to do as well. Says that the Wubs there. At the moment, Rashid Khan, that is going to be just a single of his first ball. It looks like he's in a little bit of pain there for the finger. I like how nobody is talking about cricket as well. Says Dodds there. And the chat, I'm doing a little bit of the cricket chat as well. We're just talking about kids. As I says, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. But Rashid Khan now, he is going to be bowling the leg spin, and it is going to be going away to the leg side once again. That's the thing. Anytime Rashid Khan bowls the ball, you never know what way it's going to spin it, and you always think that an LBW or a bold is going to be on the cards. But he's here now, sitting on 19 runs off 16 deliveries. Duckett sitting on 53 off 34. And this partnership is looking very good for them as well. Nice bit of leg spin there for Rashid Khan. And that is going to be just the dot ball once again. If he can get out of this over and his next one without going for a huge amount, I feel like the Heat are probably looking at around that 180. Or so actually, they haven't taken the power surge yet. Oh, I feel like this is going to be interesting. See when they decide that they want to take the power surge. Imagine if I set up a children trap. That's not dodgy at all as well. And also we have got there in their nice 52 by Duckett as well, says Robert. Very solid from Duckett there. You can also hear someone playing the drums in the background at the Adelaide Oval. Of course, the Ashes coming up soon, and it's going to be the MCG. Imagine 80,000 people all bringing a drum. That would be very loud. That is for sure, but that is going to be no run there between the two. Rashid Khan still shaking out that finger. I believe it is actually the index finger that he is having a little bit of trouble with. It seemed like he was holding it and also twisting it, which I don't want to do because I'll probably end up breaking my finger. We have got their Boxing Day test around the corner. Are you going to do some of the Indian versus South Africa test too? I am hoping to be able to do some of it. If I can't do much of it, though, I will end up kind of telling you guys all about the scorers and everything during the Ashes test match as well, just depending on times, because I will have to sleep at some stage. Not too sure when, though. At the moment, 14 overs down, 3 wickets down as well, and it is going to be 132. And also fees will be priceless compared to the termination. And speaking to anybody on YouTube as well, says that Dwarves there on the channel. Also, we have got their Hamish 2021 Christmas annual suing of Hamish as well from child kidnapping and doing intense cricket commentary as well. I feel like that's a weird combo, isn't it? Because it's like one of them are almost like a good thing and then the other's the bad one. I'll let you guys work out what one's the good one and the bad one. But I hope you do. I do have the ability of working it out. So 10 minutes ago, I would go to bed, but now I can't sleep as well. Moana Pacifica will smash the Blues in the opening game of Super Rugby. Oh, I'm looking forward to Super Rugby. It's just around the corner, and that's the thing. Six Nations also get an extremely close. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to hit that like button. We are sitting on 26, and we are hoping to be able to hit ourselves the like goal of 40 by the time we get to the end of this inning. So it's going to be tough. But if you haven't already, be sure to leave that like. That's going to be a deep ball there. I believe Heaslett just stepping away at the last moment there for Wezaga. Currently sitting on 58 off 42 for this partnership. It's a very good one as well. How many baby cots can you fit in a basement as well, says Sebastian? How big's the basement? Can't even say that with a straight face as well, and we all wish As well, says Dubs there. Well, sorry, says Jay. That's not very nice one, is it? At the moment, where's Agar now? Going to be charging him once again. 36 balls left here. And it's going to be just whipped to the leg side. And it looks like they will just be getting the single there as well. I think I made Bolt. I think I made Bolt at the 6 to win because I said we can do it with the ball, but you can't do it with the bat as well. Says it was in the situation for Paddy Wagon. So, yeah, I guess he wanted to prove you wrong as well. I want to smell the Fiji and Drua jersey. I want to smell the Fiji and Drua jersey since I can't go to Fiji, so at least I get to smell Fiji. As I said, I'm not too sure whether or not they make their jerseys in Fiji, though, so you might smell Australia. You're from New Zealand, so I guess you could smell Australia, though, as well, if you do like to. In that regard, where's Agar now? Slower ball, and it is going to be hit straight to the man at point for the dot. Ball there as well. Duckett trying to pierce the gap, not quite able to. Pearson next to bat. Also, next to bat, it is going to be Basley and Stickety. And also, I feel like this game is fixed totally as well. And there says Daryl. In what regard, Daryl? Do let me know. Because, I mean, at the moment, the Brisbane Heat, they are flying by in this one. So I assume you're saying that the Adelaide Strikers are bowling bad on purpose. I assume. And also, we have got there, thanks for the boost, for me to fall asleep as well. Says there. And also, we have got there, and their main bowlers, we're not given bowling as well, says Daryl. As in for the Adelaide Strikers, as they are waiting to use them. Like they've got Rashid Khan with 1 over left, Peter Siddle 2. Where's Agar? He will have 1 after this. And then everyone else is pretty much bowled out. And then Garden's got 2 as well. So I believe they will have a few of them. And also we have got there in the chat, and I think we're too harsh on you as well. And there says Sebastian, and even better the smell of okay. I don't think I can read that one out, but at the moment it's going to be 3 wickets down, 134 for them as well. And also we have got there, I know, I'm annoying, just say it. I won't care. Says there the day and doing New Zealand versus England test match. And England got 307 as well. Says Nathan Sims is going to be Wes Agar once again steaming in. Slower delivery. And it seems to be if you take the pace off the ball. I think it's thank you much. Right, thank you much, maybe. If I'm not wrong, hopefully at right, thank you much. No, maybe not thank you much. Thank you, man. Right, thank you, man. Yeah, not too sure what it stands for. As well, we always got the full-time Rams 20 into charges for 27 as well. But at the moment, he's still got 1 more left. And this one, they did try bowling Matt Short. He was expensive, though, going for the 20 runs. And his first over that he did bowl, but at the moment, Agar with the bouncer. That is a mile off for him. That is going to be called as the wide. Tried to pace your delivery and say cheesed him as well. And there says Sebastian in the chat. But Duckett at the moment sitting on 54 of 38, like I mentioned a little bit earlier on. He's been in a lot of boundaries, 6 fours, 1 6. And it is actually the most boundaries out of any player here for them as well. And also we have got there, so Mood as well in there. Says that Dwab's there in the chat. And we always got there, the Rams game is over as well, says JA's. Yeah, but at the moment, it is going to be Ben Duckett once again charging him 54 of 38 deliveries for him. Like I mentioned, I feel like he could actually go on to get 85 here. If he does hit the ball well for the last few, they've still got the power surge as well. Now charging in, it's going to be whipped off the side there. And also we've got their striker. Strength is bowling and Brisbane Strength is batting. So to see now, it's fact strikers will never in dream also be able to chase it now, as well, says Daryl. And in that regard, so you think that the Strikers are purposely trying to get knocked out of the competition so that the Brisbane Heat can make their way up? Because I feel like the Brisbane Heat are probably the side that you don't want to get beaten by at the moment as well. Oh yeah, I've got there, maybe right, thank you, mate, as well. And there says Robert there in the chat. But at the moment, I would say that's the thing. They've still got Peter Siddle. They did leave out Daniel Worrell, but I believe that was just to kind of rotate the bowlers a little bit, and they didn't feel intimidated by the Brisbane Heat, as they are one of the teams that are not doing too well in the competition at the moment. As well, he's listening on 22 of 21 deliveries, and that is going to be the end of the 15th. The Heat now sitting on 3 for 137, and that was another good over for the Adelaide Strikers, only going for the 5 runs, and we'll get close to 200 at this rate as well. And also we have got the 180, the 6th target as well, says Rashid. And also we have got this. Sorry, I have to go at Tim every one as well. Or every stage, says Sebastian. I feel like the Ashes is going to be no different, is it? We will see a couple comments about Tim Payne. George actually quite enjoyed the Tim Payne comments last time, I think it was. At the moment, Rashid Khan, he's been able to pick up 1 wicket, going for 8 runs and over of his first 3 overs here. And I believe he is about to get himself his final one. Just the 1 wicket for him, though. And that was the wicket where he was able to get Max Bryan out when he was trying to hit it a little bit across the line. Another big yawn for myself. But at the moment, he doesn't bowl too many Yorkers. It is actually going to be the power surge now. And Peter Siddle will be bowling it. He's gone for 19 runs of his first 2. Unfortunately for him, though, he's been pretty expensive as well. And also, we have got Dobbs. He's speaking a little bit of German, I believe it is, if I'm not wrong there, for the English, the Dutch as well. I believe that is it German? Dobbs, do let me know. And also, we have got the You May Be Yawn as well. And then also, Hamish Spencer not too happy with Sebastian there. That's going to be the slow ball. Well bowled by Peter Siddle, and it is the dot ball to start off this power surge. The Heat at the moment, I believe my prediction, I'm going to be a little bit off. I said 158. Doesn't look like it's going to be 158. Another situation, unfortunately, for them, unless there's a whole heap of pretty much, I guess you could say, not really any runs scored off this power surge. Peter Siddle, if he gets a couple more as well, maybe they do only get around that 170 mark, but I feel like anything below 170, they will be very disappointed. It's a good shot down the ground, but well fielded there by, I believe it was, who was that? Oh, it's the youngster Tom Kelly there. It's all. And also we have got there, what is with your temper? As I said, Slubs there. And also I'm doing nothing to you. That's my own business. As I said, Slubs there. And yeah, Jay doesn't like people, I have learned. I feel like, Jay, you probably agree with me as well for that one, wouldn't you? Also, we have got there, I think we may be right. It's Amish as well. And also Strikers all out on 130 runs as well. Says Daryl there. So we will start that one if that is the prediction. Also, something about speaking German and English as well. That's going to be nicely played by Heaslip, but he doesn't quite get it away to the boundary as well. And also we have got there, you might get timed out for excessive bullets, my guy, as well, says Sebastian. There we go. Tell you what, I'm drinking a lot of water. No, that is for sure. And at the moment, we have got that spinner out mount as well. Says that Jay, it's going to be Sebastian. No, sorry, it's going to be Siddle who is bowling that one. Oh, is it me getting targeted by everyone as well? And also we have got there in the chat something that Hamish Spencer put as well. I'm not sure. I feel like everyone's very hostile at the moment. They're getting close to Christmas. You know, it's a stressful time of the year. Yeah, everyone at the moment is sitting 143 for 3 here. Peter Siddle racing away to the boundary for that one. The run rate's still going at 9.13. So someone might be relatively close at this stage. But nicely hit down the ground. And it was actually Tom Kelly there. There we go. That's a big old shot. It's racing away, and it's all the way for 6 there. Brilliant shot for as well. My dad said 20 runs as well there. And that is going to be very nicely done indeed for that shot as well. But we are currently sitting on 29 likes. Anyone who hasn't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel as well. And I hope you guys are all having a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. If everyone is trying to talk to yourself, says nice there. And the chat as well. But that's a very nice shot from Ben Duckett. Smacks it hard. There was a plane in the background. Good morning, Vietnam, as well. Someone has been watching movies as well. And there says Xbox. Welcome in, Elijah, mate. That one is going to be now just going for the 4 runs, I guess you could say. But just going for the 4 is still pretty impressive, I should say. Peter Siddle there. Once again, going for 14 runs. He is not having a very economical BBL 11 so far. Christmas starts tomorrow. It's our last chance to be ourselves, but we have to pretend that we're nice as well, says Sebastian. I feel like that's a good way of putting it. Wickets are needed as soon as possible, at least 5 wickets and 3 overs as well, says Daryl. There's a big old shot for 6 runs, and then the 4 straight after it. And now after the 16 overs, they are going to be sitting on Boomfa just like that, up to 153 for 3 here as well. It's going to be very tough for the Adelaide Strikers to chase this down. If they do keep on leaking these runs as well at 11:15, I already have a second beer as well, says it's Buck down. Siddle always got smashed as well. And also we have got their Christmas does not start tomorrow. I'm working tomorrow as well, says Amish Spencer there. And the chat, although I guess that's the thing, working, you don't actually get time and a half for Christmas Eve, do you? I don't believe. It is only Boxing Day, I believe, that you do get the time and a half for. That's unfortunate in that regard. But now it is going to be Garton running in big full toss. Jumped on by Heaslip. That's going to be relatively close to a no ball. And it's going to be at least the 4 runs. Is it going to be the no ball? No, it's not. It's just going to be the 4 runs, though. And you've got to work off Christmas Eve. That sucks, mate, as well. Set up more cake there. And also, we've got there. I'm going to leave the scene since I'm annoying. See, as I said, I guess we will see you later on. Hopefully, you do come back for another one there. In the near future as well. We have got the England got 207 for the second innings. Jamieson 4 for 57. Williamson 2 for 12. I got 1 by 10 wickets as well. Says that Nathan Sim, Garton here, a little bit leg side, and then it's going to be called as a wide as well. Williamson got man of the match as well. And there says Nathan Sim. At the moment, we have got the 158 for 3 at the moment. And Hamish says, you're confusing me for someone who you're confusing me with someone who gives a as well, says Sebastian there. chat, but at the moment, the predictive says that they are going to be able to get themselves 200 runs here for it as well. It is 3 wickets down, 158 here as well. And Hamish Spencer not too happy with that one by the looks of it as well. There's going to be Garden there, puts it in the slot for Easler. Has he got all of it? Yes, he does, and it's going to be another 6 runs there for the Brisbane Heat. And they are at the moment on fire. They're up to 164 of 16.2 overs. Garden already in this over's gone for 11. It doesn't seem like there's much chance of the Adelaide Strikers being able to win from here. 79% chance that the Brisbane Heat win from this point onwards as well. That is a big old shot for Easler. It's a very long boundary down there as well, and also wickets needed in there as well. And it's going to be once again Easler. He goes bigger with that one, and that is going all the way for 6 once again. The catch has been put down, but that is going to be 6 more runs for them as well. Also the 6 from there. And the chat from Robert, tell you what, you're going to have to put it in the chat again, Robert, because that's 2 6s in a row. Garton getting spanked all around the ground as well. Evening all high amateurs. Says David, welcome in to the live stream, mate. Be sure to get in your prediction after this innings is done when we do get that second innings underway. We have got the, I can't find the DG on the keyboard as well. And there in the 6s from Paddy Wagon and the 6s from Sebastian as well. Can he make it 3 in a row? It's the bouncer. He goes bang as well, but it's gone straight to the man. Oh, it's on the half volley there for Matt Short. Could he have walked in a little bit more to get to that one as well? G'day, David, as well. And also we have got there who works on Christmas Eve besides retail as well. There's Amy Spencer there. I guess it does depend on the kind of, I guess, sector that you're in for your job. Because I know that quite a few kind of knock off around the 20th of January, although I think, he needed to run in there, Matt Short, and that could have been the wicket. Partnership up to 99, or now it's 97. Sorry, that's going to be 101, though. And that is a very good partnership between Duckett and Heasley, who now moves up onto 74 runs for himself. And also we've got there, g'day, Double David as well, says Jay. And also we've got there, welcome in, lads, says Bashan at the moment. It's 74 runs for Duckett off 45 deliveries, 9 4s, 2 6s. And Heasley sitting on 40 at the other end of 26 for 3 4s and 2 6s as well. What's the day today as well? Says S-Bock, I believe we are sitting Friday. We're Thursday. We're on Thursday. That's what day we are. We're Thursday at the moment. We're almost Friday. Giving ourselves space there once again. Duckett strikes it nicely. And that is going to be 4 more runs. This is an expensive over from Garden. I'm going to have to try and add this up. I believe it was 11, 17, 18, 22, 26 runs off that over. And can I still get my prediction as well? Says David. You can for the second innings, just not this first one, unfortunately, there. But yeah, you will be able to get it in for the Adelaide Strikers one. So I would recommend waiting 3 overs just to find out how many the Heat are going to be able to get as well. And 23rd S-Bock as well. And there says Robert there. And the Jan truck drivers work Christmas Eve as well. Says it Robert there. That is a nice shot. The power surge was expensive. The first over of Peter Siddle, I believe they actually got themselves 40 runs off that power surge, if I'm not wrong. And also we've got there, I'm going be way out with my guesses. Says Novmum there, and also bring the Heat. Says more cake and G's might get over 200 here. One moment, I am going to have a quick look. Novmum, you said 185. I said 158. So I think at this stage, Kevin's looking pretty good for that first one. And also, I believe that is about the highest. Kevin actually said 200 for 8. So I feel like he might be in the best position. Are you still here, Kevin? Do let us know if you are still lurking around for this one. The current run rate, though, is sitting 10.5 at the moment. David has said cool as well. So, yeah, the point system, we have got it as follows. You got to guess before the end of the 5th over. First place gets 3 points. Second place gets 2 points. And third place gets 1 point as well. Now, it's going to be Rashid Khan smacked away out through the offside. And it looks like they will be able to get through for the 2 runs once again. This is expensive so far for the Adelaide Strikers here. 28 runs of the last 7 balls. Match is fixed as well now. Till now, even tough teams never score the 180 runs against the Strikers in Brisbane, beating as well. Very shocking as well, says Daryl. That's going to be a big old shot once again. And Rashid Khan gets hit for 6. And that is absolutely brilliantly done by the Brisbane Heat. I feel like it's one of those ones. It's not really, I don't think it's match fixing. I feel like people are too quick to assume that something is wrong. It's like when a player drops the ball in a game of rugby, everyone's like, oh, he must have been paid to drop it. But it's like, he just didn't bowl very well, or he didn't catch the ball very well, unfortunately, for them as well. I think yours and mine are got way gone as well. And then also we have got there, Daryl, you are fixed as well, and also the 6 says Sebastian there, but Rashid Khan now trying to bowl that one. He's lit. is going to be hitting that one out through cover. It's just a single, though. And that is going to bring the partnership up to 114 runs between these two. The Brisbane Heat at the moment, they are looking like they are going to be able to go on and get probably 210 here. Not too sure what the highest score the Brisbane Heat have ever gotten, but it is certainly over 200. Predictiviz has them at 214 here. If they are able to do so, Rashid Khan at the moment, can he pick up the wicket? That one's going to be out in the air as well. The boundary just doesn't seem long enough, and it is going to be the wicket taken. Duckett goes. And at the moment, Rashid Khan at the moment just holding on to his neck. For some reason, I'm not too sure what he was saying to him in his ear there, Rashid Khan, but Duckett's going to be on his way. 78 runs of 47 deliveries. And that is going to be now Heaslett, who will have the strike for his 49 at the moment he is sitting on. It's nicely hit once again by Duckett. Drops to the knee, but just didn't quite get that over the shortest side of the boundary. Nicely taken in the deep by John Wells. And that is the wicket that they really did need. Not too sure what happened there. I feel like Duckett was saying, let go, mate. And then Rashid Khan was just grabbing him like he was a cat. You know how you grab the cat by the neck? Like that. Isn't that where you're supposed to, like, or the mother kitten grabs the kitten by the neck because it's the easiest or something along those lines. Or bad ball still have to hit to get 6 as well. And also we've got their Khan being expensive tonight as well. He is indeed. And also we have got their very nice innings from Duckett it was. And that's the thing. The power surge was absolutely phenomenal for the Brisbane Heat. That is the end of the over, though. Rashid Khan picks up his next wicket. Oh, sorry, actually, there's still 2 more balls of this over, I should say. And also, we have got their 6 in the chat from Robert as well. But now Jimmy Pearson making his way out there. He is only going to get a few balls to face here. And at the second innings, but Rashid Khan there from the wide angle. Heaslett drops down. And it's going to be what a take that is. That's 2 from 2 for Rashid. And he's going to be on the hat-trick ball now. And Heaslett goes on 49. That's a catch and a half, Peter Siddle. Just giving him a bit of a hug there for Rashid Khan, and he will be very happy with that one. Who was that around the boundary? I want to say it was short, and I believe it was, but now he has gone 49 off 30 as well. Who remembers Herschel Gibbs? 6 sixes against the Netherlands in the World Cup as well, and Rashid given bowling now at 18th over. He should have completed overs before only, as well, says Daryl there, although I feel like this was a good time to bring him in, try and put that pressure on just after the power surge as well. He is going to be out. It was a great catch taken by Short, leaps in the air, takes it beautifully, and he got a big old applause from the crowd as well. He's going to need a big old day with the bat for himself, but now they are 5 down here for the Brisbane Heat, sitting at 188 for 5 here. And now at this stage, Pearson and also Basley going to be the 2 men at the crease. They're giving them to score as well, or they're giving them to score as well. And who's bowling right now for Adelaide as well, says Swabs. It is Rashid Khan, hat-trick ball for this man, the magician. It will be Basley on strike. Can he hit this ball and stop the hat-trick from coming as well? Come on, get the hacky. Please, someone get one as well. I assume that it's a heady, more than likely, but it is going to be now runs 134 for James Basley off 13 matches. Can he get it? That is the big question. Rashid Khan, what does he bowl? He's got a bowl on the stumps, I think, here. No, it's outside of the off stump, and it is hit down the ground. And it is going to be just a single. Rashid Khan in the end going for 34 runs of his 4 overs. So he did end up going for around that 8 or so. He's in a very chatty mood today, Rashid Khan. He's talking to all the batsmen at the moment. I'm not sure what he's saying to them, and I'm never coming back. 5 minutes later, he's back as well. And there, and who's bowling right now? Oh, Adelaide, yeah, Rashid Khan, very good over from him as well. Now they have still got 2 overs left. Peter Siddle, I assume he will get to bowl one, and then probably I would go Wes Agar as my other bowler there, but it's still going to be relatively expensive for them. Perhaps 189.5, or sorry, 45, I should say there as well. And at the moment, it is going to be Matt Short, who's been able to do very decently as well. And also by Doggies as well in the chat from Hamish Spencer. Is that the 2 batsmen at the crease or the people in the chat, Hamish? Do let me know. But at the moment, it is going to be Harry Nielsen once again behind the stumps. He is actually the English keeper for the Adelaide Strikers as well. And also we got a in the chat from Paddy Wagon there, but it is going to be 18 overs down, 189 for 5 here for the Brisbane Heat, and Wes Agar being brought back into the bowling attack here. He has gone for 9 runs per over for his economy, but he was able to get it earlier on. 206 is the highest by the Heat at Adelaide Oval versus the Strikers as well, says Robert Miller. Can they do better than that? It depends on how these guys hit the ball. I'll tell you what, Basley's just tried to put everything behind that one there. And it's going to be nicely played as well. And also, there, sorry, there. And the chat from Dwabs to Paddy Wagon. 190 for 5 here at the moment. 11 balls left. They've still got the potential of being able to get that 206. Definitely if anyone can hit a boundary for it as well. But we'll have to wait and see. Anyone who is new to the channel, though, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are going to be back tomorrow with another game of the KFC Big Bash. The Melbourne Stars taking on the Hobart Hurricanes just a little bit earlier in New Zealand time. It is going to be 5:30 as well. Main bowler should have bowled before itself. It was done before score. Would have not reached only to so much as well, says Daryl there. Although I believe it is a very good batting surface as well, which we probably do need to take into consideration for this one. Because once again, it is going to be hit for 6. And that is a brilliant shot from Jimmy Pearson. First ball faced, hits it for the 6 there. And Wes Agar has gone for the right. It has gone right into the crowd. And at the moment, Wes Agar, he's not looking too happy. Overall, Wes Agar, he looks like he wants to possibly punch someone. As long as he doesn't punch a bat, though, because or else you get the Devon Conway and break your hand. And you probably do need your hand to be able to bowl as well. Oh, bro, I was going to say 212, but it was the Heat. So I said minus like 20 runs as well. Says Music Kiwi there. I'll go check what the high score for the Heat as well. I believe it was back when it was Brendan McCullum, Chris Lynn, and that kind of area as well. Maybe even with AB de Villiers in there as well. It's going to be the quick run taken, quick run succeeded as well. I never like Ricky Ponting as well. He was so bloody good. But I have respect as well, says this book there. And also we have got there, they might get 230 as well. There's Novmum. There is still a chance, to be honest. Like we saw the power surge. It was absolutely huge for them. They were able to get themselves 40 runs off 2 overs. So if Agar goes for a ride once again to the boundary, maybe once or twice more, we might actually see somewhere around there, maybe 220 or so. I'll be on the cards for the Brisbane Heat here. It's going to be Wes Agar once again. It's going to be high. It's going to be underneath, but it is taken, and that's going to be the 6th wicket down now. Basley able to get out, unfortunately, for him. 2 runs off 3 deliveries, 213. Moorcake versus Hobart Hurricanes. It was Hobart as well. And also we have got there, Amish Line. Last question. Since you recorded your first videos in Queenstown, have you moved far since as well? We have actually not really moved. It was just a case of a bit of a road trip, I guess you could say, for the lads to go to Queenstown. So hopefully we do get to film another snowboarding one very soon, because they are a lot of fun, although it is in the middle of summer. So hopefully winter, when it comes around. I know that George will be keen. Isaac will definitely probably be keen as well. And then Daniel, if he does get a little bit of time off work, he would like to go up there, and then we'll do a few cinematics and whatnot for that original Cadrona snowboarding. Or sorry, the Queenstown snowboarding was actually our very first one that we did have, and then Cadrona just a little bit after that. But now Mark Steckety making his way to the crease, 197 at the moment for 6 here, and 213 is the highest score that they have been able to get themselves. Wes Agar, he is steaming in at the moment. He has fired up the big quick. Can he get himself another wicket? It's outside of the off stump, and it is a dot ball. Well bowled from Agar there. At the moment, Jimmy Pearson just trying to absolutely whack that one, 212 as well. Sets up Moorcake there. And at the moment, we have got there 213, from Moorcake. Currently, it is going to be the total of 7 balls left, and one of them, as I says, Moorcake there. It's also the best that they have been able to get at the Adelaide Oval. We did see a little bit earlier on from Robert was the case of 206. So they will be able to go a little bit higher than that. And if they do hit a boundary here, they'll have a very good chance of being able to do so. Jimmy Pearson smacks that ball hard, and it does go straight away to the boundary, and that is going to be bringing up the 200 runs now for the Brisbane Heat. 201 for 6 after the 19 over. 6 balls to go, 5 runs to be able to have the highest score that they've ever had at the Adelaide Oval. And also, they don't need too much more to be able to have their highest ever score on the BBL. We have got their Hey I Hanged Out with Isaac today, and we had a swim as well, says Ollie Wilson. I assume that was a different Isaac, because I feel like he would have said about it if you did go swimming with him. But also, we got there January 5th, 2020. It was 213 versus the Hurricanes as well. 19th over prediction, bless you, Moorcake as well. And also, we have got there on the in a car wash as well, says that Jay there as well. But it is going to be, they're just showing. At the moment, it's going to be Peter Siddle who does get the final over of this innings for the Adelaide Strikers. It has not gone their way with the ball in hand. Forward Ahmed, though, it's lucky he had a good run, because at the moment he was sitting on 6.25 for the economy, and he did only go for the 25 runs of 4 overs, which is actually less than a lot of guys have gone for off 2 or 3 overs so far on this one. Matt Shaw, he went for 20 off 1 over as well. So I guess that kind of cancels out how well that Forward Ahmed spell was, because of Matt Shaw also going for a huge amount. But at the moment, the Predict Fizz says 210 for the Brisbane Heat to be able to get towards Mark Steckety on strike. Pearson at the non-striker's end, and it's a bouncer, and it will be the single. And Pearson now retains the strike. Peter Siddle, he needs to get himself a wicket here. Yes, we went through the mobile car wash in Cambridge as well, says Ollie Wilson there in the chat as well. But at the moment, Steckety is 1 from 1. The run rate still sitting at 10.54 here for the Brisbane Heat. That is absolutely phenomenal for them. And I believe they will be working their way towards that 210 or so. The moment 2 wickets went there, was no chance only Brisbane to reach 200 runs plus with striker bowler batter Den Brisbane are bowling. It's prefixed. Now wickets will fall when a score is already settled down as well. Says that Daryl there. Are you sure they're not just losing wickets because they keep on trying to hit the ball hard? Because that would kind of be logical. He's just had his wicket knocked over there, Jimmy Pearson, and Peter Siddle picks up the wicket now for his side. And now Jimmy Pearson, he is going to be on his way. 202 for 7 now for the Brisbane Heat after 19.2 overs. Great ball from Peter Siddle. Straight and full. Let's go Brisbane as well. Says AFL has fun. Yeah, at the moment, they're sitting in a good position to be able to go on and win this game. And saw as well says it was Darren. And also we have got there a move on over the fixing G's as well. And Kiwi lads, are you excited about the Super Rugby next year? I am indeed. And hi Hamish says it not ace. Welcome into the live stream. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also be sure to vote in that poll with who you think will be able to get the win in this one. And also be sure to hit that like button as well. We were trying to reach the goal of 40 likes by the end of the first innings. We are currently sitting on 32, so we're 8 away. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. It is hugely appreciated. And let's see what we can do in this one as well. But now it is going to be making its way to the crease. Matthew Kuhneman hasn't really had too much time with the bat in hand. Xavier Bartlett, normally been pretty dominating as well when it's your channel, getting unbanned as well. And there says Dwubs there in the chat. Kanakuinen. Oh, no, not Kanakuinen. Who's Kanakuinen? That's actually one of our subscribers, isn't it? Kuhneman it is, rather, who is going to be now bowling or facing off against Peter Siddle. And, well, I think Jay Hayes will get the win as well. Says Ollie Wilson there in the chat. Peter Siddle now trying to line up, almost in the stumps. That could have been another hat-trick opportunity, but well bowled by the veteran Siddle. Needs a good over here to try and shut them down. 202 at the moment here. I don't know. Probably not going to get unbanned as well. Says not ace there in the chat, but Peter Siddle so far 3 balls, 1 run, and also 1 wicket as well. And then he has got dogs. As well says Hamish Spencer there. He loves dogs, that is for sure. And also we have got their note. I will come second as well. Says that Jay Hayes there. And the chat as well. But now it is going to be Peter Siddle once again. 3 balls left for himself. It's a good Yorker once again from Peter Siddle. Get him the line right on this last over. And Spencer's triggered as well. And there says that Jay Hayes. And that is going to be once again another dot ball. Or sorry, just a single for Peter Siddle, I should say. Currently sitting 203 runs. So they need a boundary, and they will have the most that they have ever had at the Adelaide Oval. Liquids as well. Okay, Jay, you're a cool guy as well. And I also didn't get an email notice as well in there. It was at the moment the economy, other than forward armoured, everyone has been going at 8.5 or above, which is always going to make it tough to keep that score below the 200 mark. It's a good bouncer from Peter Siddle. This one could be racing away to the boundary. Well fielded, though, in the deep. And he has done extremely well there, the quick bowler. It was actually, in the end, George Garton was able to cut it off. They get back for the 2, and they are sitting now on 205 as well. And make sure to like and subscribe on the road to 9K subs as well. It's more cake here, the man. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are back tomorrow with the Hobart Hurricanes taking on the taking on the Melbourne Stars as well. Guys, it's common sense. If you watch full match carefully, you'll understand it's not so easy for Brisbane to score so much, but Strikers' bowling strategies made it easier as well, says Daryl there. I think if this competition that's going to be going over the top and this could be racing away close to the boundary, yeah, if this competition was fixed, they probably would have blocked it by now, I would think as well. And also we have got there, just asked me if I can work an hour on Christmas Day. How do I reply to them as well? Says Hamish Spencer. Do you get a day in lieu, Hamish Spencer? Because if you're working for 1 hour and you get 8 hours of leave, you know, maybe, who knows? And Hamish do a setup reveal for 10K or 9K as well. And also we have got there, we need a creek in the chat as well. Says that it was there. And also we have got there in the chat, cheers Pundit Daryl as well. And also we have got there, my apologies for being late. Hamish got caught up in some family business, lol. As well, says David no worries. I guess they will get 207 for 7 as well, says Patty Wayne. All very close. You get the 3 point. No, it's probably a little bit late for that one. He usually get between 170 or 140 and 170 as well. And come on, Brisbane, says AFL fan. Has fun as well. But what we will be doing now, we will be doing the maths here and seeing exactly how many runs it is going to be adding up to for this situation. So pretty much in this one, I'm quickly going to go back to the start and we're going to have a quick add up of who is closest. And then that will be the person who does get all of the points available for this one as well. I'm actually going to have a look. It doesn't count, but I'm going to see what Cody did end up guessing for his prediction because it isn't going to be close enough as well. But, and my prediction is 64 runs. No, that was the earlier one as well, but we will go back. My prediction was 173, so I don't think he was close enough. Anyway, so pretty much first place, 3 points on the board straight away. It is going to be Kevin Thomas. who does get himself some, I believe, is the closest one. So we will go like that. Points. We will go. Kevin is first. So well done, Kevin, if you're still here. I don't think Kevin is still here, but thanks very much, Kevin. Hope you're doing well in South Africa, because he said, good morning, our side of the world, side of the world as well. Thanks always for BBL Cricket Livestream. I bet today 200 for 8. Actually, very good guess there from Kevin. So he receives the 3 points then. And second closest, it is going to be, I'm just making sure we've got it, their Music Kiwi. How late did that come in? I believe that was actually early enough. So it's 192. So he gets second there for Music Kiwi. We will go like that as well, and we will go like this. That was 192 for 8 for the musical Kiwi there. So he gets 2 points in the kind of tally. And then also in third, I believe, one moment, we will better show Music Kiwis. He had 192 for 8. So he was also very close with the wickets. And then in third place, very close as well, a little bit further away, but not too bad as well. It is Novmum, who has been able to get herself a nice cheeky no, not changing it to no mum. It's Nov mum. There we go. My phone didn't like it, so I tried to autocorrect. So those are all the points for the first innings, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't already, be sure to give your predictions for the second one. How many runs will the Brisbane Heat be able to get for themselves here? Do let me know. And also, we've got their triple time Xmas day. It's only 1 hour's work. Do it as well, says Jay Hayes there. Nah, it's all jokes. But yes, I will say in a nice manner that I can't. So says Amish Spencer there. And also, we have got their whoop whoop. And the chat says, no, mum, there receiving the point. And also, we have got there, is this conspiracy theory about the score from the Heat as well. And also, we have got there who won the prediction. So we have got ourselves the situation of, it was Kevin. Then in second, it was Musical Kiwi. And then in third, it was Novmum. As well, he was able to get themselves a point as well. We also got there, I know I'm late, but I got it wrong anyway as well. And Daryl has a conspiracy theory. And also, Brisbane Heat did well. And Ben Duckett played well, I guess. They will get 210 runs as well, says Ryan. And also we have got there, I'm down the coast as well in there. I tell you what, the chat is going extremely quick at the moment. I came fourth as well, says Morecake. And also that sounded weird. Oh, and you said Novmum as well. Says it was Dwabs there. And also we have got there in the chat, yeah, over 40 likes for you as well, says no beating around the bush. And also do that on the Discord as well, says Dwabs. And also we have got there, wait, how did I come second as well, says Music Kiwi? It was because you had the prediction that was second closest to this as well. I'm 2 hours down the coast as well. And can Morecake count to 300 as well, says I tell you what, the chat is going extremely quick at the moment. Who will win, says Bishnu. At the moment, I would say the Brisbane Heat have got a very good chance. They have actually got a 78% chance of being able to win this one. But ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the fifth over, be sure to let us know. Do let us know what you think the score will be. Are you sure I said 192? As I said, Music Kiwi, do you want me to take the point back, Music Kiwi? Because I can if you want, but this was the one that I was basing it off for 192 for 8 as well. So I could take it away if you want to say that you didn't have it right, but it's up to you. Can you get 0.1 point for the exact wicket 3 times in a row as well? Says that Nathan Sim. I feel like that will make it a little bit too technical, unfortunately. So is that your prediction, Novmum, for that one? 192 for 5 here for it as well. And also exposing yourself on a cricket live stream as well. The liquid is gone, so I am going to go refill my glass, ladies and gentlemen. But be sure to try and predict how many runs you think that the Adelaide Strikers will be able to get. And then do it either before the first ball, or you can go for whether or not you want to wait a little bit longer towards the fifth over or so as well. And also, I'm just surprised how I came second with like 20 runs off it as well. And are we all that bad as well? Says it was. And also, we have got there, bro, if Brisbane Heat win, and they will be above the Hobart Hurricanes as well. Says that Ryan, they will be indeed on 189 for 7 as well, says ASL. And also, we've got the 194. My cat is waiting for me outside the door. And there says more cakes. And nonetheless, I will be back in a very short moment, ladies and gentlemen. Just going to refill my glass, and we will be ready for the second innings. But I will see you all in a very Right, I am back, and I see a whole heap of predictions coming through. We've got 180 from Nathan. We've got 173 from it was Paddy Wagon, and also 180 there. And the chat 197 and there as well. And also we have got there, wait, do we get to do another prediction as well, says Dwab. So pretty much it is the prediction of how many runs the Adelaide Strikers will be able to get in their innings. It's a little bit easier, I guess you could say, because of the fact that we do know how many runs the Brisbane Heat have, but it's a tough one because of the fact that the Brisbane Heat were able to put so many runs on the board. It's a tough matchup to ask for the Adelaide Strikers lineup, but see whether or not they can do it. It's going to be Jake Weatherall, Matt Shaw, Matt Renshaw as well, John O'Wells. Then they have got Thomas Kelly, Harry Nielsen, George Garden, Rashid Khan, Wes Agar, Peter Siddle, and Fawad Ahmed as well as an option. We have us go there 280, says Hamish Spencer. Is that the answer you are sure you want to go with, Hamish? And they're on 208 for 8 as well, says David Davis. He is saying they will be able to chase it down, and also we have got there. And now I'm awake to like the fourth over. You silly people, as well, says Music Kiwi. And also we have got the 181 for him there as well. And Nodice has got the guess of 198. I will put in mine as well. I'm going to say 139. Again, I'm going to say that they get bowled out for 139. Might be a bit strategic, but I am going to go with it. And so maybe we should have it that you've got to put it in before the first ball. I feel like that would be a lot better, wouldn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, everyone get it in before the first ball. We've still got a few more minutes, but be sure to put it there as well in the chat. We will change the rules. It is still the very early stages of the kind of competition, so that is why we are going to be going for it as well. Second, not Seth as well in there in the chat as well. And my second bet is 118 or 888 for 8. You actually won the first one, Kevin, as well. So congratulations there. And David has said 109. He is going to be going with as well. And also, fine, says the Music Kiwi. So yeah, you guys, be sure to be here quickly at the start of the live streams. We do start 15 minutes before the match, and it does give you your time to be able to put in your predictions for that one as well. But be sure to get them in just before the first ball is bowled. We are going to have all of our predictions there. And we have got about 10 so far. And also we have got there from Siddhartha has said 209. So that's the thing. Whoever gets it right in that regard, if they do chase it down, there could be a lot of points on the table now that I think about it. So that's going to be interesting. So yeah, let's go there to 187 all out as well. And also we've got there 69 for 9, says not ace. Although I think you did go with a different prediction originally. I've got 198 for 8 or 188 for 9 as well. I always, nice to hear as well. Says given them a prediction, Perth smash as well. Says it was from Jay Hayes. And we did have the original prediction from Mr. J of he hasn't given us one yet. I don't believe. Jay, be sure to put in that prediction of how many runs you think they will be able to get. 156 for 8 as well from Paddy Wagon there. Tell you what, we've got a lot of them coming in, don't we? Although, is that going instead of your 173, Paddy Wagon? Are you dropping it to that later one as well? I guess as long as it's just before kickoff or just before the first match, you guys are free to change your ones as well. My dad owns the BBL as well. Says not ace. Nice. We've got there from Betty Wagon, yeah, as well. So we'll get rid of your original one out of the poll, I guess you could say, out of the grouping. Got a very itchy nose today, unfortunately. And also, no prediction for me. Just hope that the Heat win for a change as well, says Jay Hayes. So you're not going to lock in anything, Jay, not even a random number, just in case you get yourself in there. Yeah, my dad owns Tesla as well, says Amy Spencer as well. It must be nice having your dad as Elon Musk. And also, we have there, G, you actually did it as well. And no prediction for me as well. I'm up it in there, says that Jay Hayes as well. That is the word of the day. Man, my nose is itchy. I don't know why it is so itchy all of a sudden. I'm trying not to scratch it, but it's very itchy. So it is very tough to do so as well. But now at this stage, we are getting closer and closer to the second innings of this match. Anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It is hugely appreciated you guys all being here for these BBL live streams. And we have got plenty more coming in the future, including the next matchup that has taken place. It is going to be the Melbourne Stars taking on the Hobart Hurricanes. You've got to say the rest as well. And there's Dwubs there and the chat as well. But yeah, it is going to be a very exciting game, this one. Melbourne Stars versus the Hobart Hurricanes. That is tomorrow. Then on Boxing Day, we've got the Sydney Derby, which is going to be between the Sydney Thunder and the Sydney Sixers. And then the Perth Scorchers taking on the Melbourne Renegades in the game after that. Then we have also got on the 27th of December, it is the Hobart Hurricanes taking on the Strikers and the Heat taking on the Stars, as well as the late night game that we will be covering on the channel. The basement is too crowded as well, says Sebastian. And my dad owns your mum as well in there, and your granddad owns BBL as well. And what have you been sniffing as well, says Paddy Wagon. And also my dad owns the Sun, says that JA's there in the chat. I haven't been sniffing anything, I don't think. Maybe it's because I did end up walking and just ended up with the flowers And whatnot, although it does look kind of bad, doesn't it? How I was like, oh, just pop out for a drink, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just be back in a little moment. And then I come back and I got an itchy nose. We made that on the Discord for you, and you failed the joke. So I did it for you as well. And also we have got there make some room, Seb. And what do you think, you will add? Who will win as well? I feel like it is going to be the Brisbane Heat, but do get your prediction in cricket lovers for how many runs you think they will be able to get for themselves in this game up. In the very short moment, I should say. So you have got there, you're looking suspicious. Show me your sniffing history as well. Says Dubs, I don't think I've ever sniffed anything that I know of. I'm trying to think. I've accidentally inhaled a gel pen. Does that count? It was an accident though. I was like trying to, gel pens when you're at primary school and you got to like kind of suck on the tube of ink to try and get it to go up near the top. And I ended up sucking a bit too long, and then it went and purple stuff. We haven't got there. I don't think I will be able to stay awake for when the game is over. Can you set miss course, please? 178 for 9 as well there. And the chat from Musical Kiwi. And also we have got the 5 minutes gloves. Stick around, mate, as well. Says Sebastian. But nonetheless, now at this stage, it is going to be in these situations we have got there. You look suspicious. So show me your sniffing history as well. And then there from Dwaz, and we have got there, you're right, mate, as well. And there says Hamish sits, and also we have got there, where's my boss? Wait, as in, yeah, right, mate, as in I didn't inhale a gel pen, or as in, like, you're right, you did inhale a gel pen, but you're lying about something else. I assume it is still counted as well. And there as well. But nonetheless, anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel as well. Chris Lynn at the moment, he is going to be making his way out to the crease. He knows that they've got a good total on the board. Unfortunately for him, it wasn't actually him who was able to really set a good total for his side, but they will need 209 runs to win this one. The Adelaide Strikers, interesting as well, or intersetting as well. Says that it was there and may as well make it 2 as well. Says that JAs and see you in 5 ace as well. Says Sebastian there in the chat as well. He's just timing everyone out by the looks of it. He is indeed for that one. And now we will go like this, and we will go like this. Jake Wheelerald at the moment, only 52 runs so far in the BBL. 5 matches down. Feel bad for Dwubs. He's been on the channel for like a year and a half, and now he's here to die down all of a sudden. At the moment, his best is 18 runs, and it looks like Kuhneman will be the man who will be starting this one. And you forgot, I had 23 ults as well. Says the T there in the chat, and hello, Robert, in the chat. Says the cricket lovers there. And it's impossible, says Daryl. Yeah, and the chat and thoughts on Trent Bowles' last ball 6. By the sounds of it, it was a very good one. The hammer has come out. Says the Paddy Wagons there as well. And interesting as well. Says the Amish Spencer there in the chat. All right, but now we have got 5 seconds. Then we are ready to go once again on Dwubs as well. And it there says T. I wouldn't have told people that, Dwubs, because now I feel like they're going to try and time you out again as well, unfortunately. But now it is going to be Jake Wetherald who will be on strike. Kuhneman here trying to get a bit of leg spin going. The left arm spinner as well. And that is going to be the single off the very first delivery. So any predictions from here? It is going to be in this situation of no predictions will be counting. You can't stop a man with the power of alt accounts as well, it says T. But you got to not tell them that it's you. I feel like that's like mistake number 1 in terms of the fact. See, now Sebastian's timed you out again. And also, do you have anything planned for Christmas Eve, Hamish? As well, says Kevin, I have got the Big Bash planned. It is going to be the Melbourne Stars taking on the Adelaide Strikers as well. We haven't got there now the wickets before. I like our Brisbane wickets have fallen over 17th over as well. And we can right 7 as well, says Paddy Wagon. That's going to be a shot from Wetherald straight away, hitting it nicely, whipping it to the leg side, and it goes all the way for the 6 as well. I messed that up as well in there. And also, we have got there welcome to Muppet Hour as well, says Jay. I feel like my, I guess you could say leniency is a little bit higher, I guess you could say. But now at this stage of strikers, that is the 6 of the very second ball, 203 for 7 as well. Says Lipsical there. And all right, here's my prediction, 168 for 9 as well. Says Amish Spencer there, 168 for 9. Oh, do we? Oh, that's a big old shot once again, and that is going to be going all the way to the boundary right. I'm going to allow it, Hamish, just because or else you might get grumpy if I don't, and I'm feeling so festive, I'm just going to hide. I'm just going to hide from now. Now on no more timeouts as well, says Sebastian there in the chat. I feel like timeouts are more probably appropriate for this situation, I guess, and another Muppet arrives just as one leaves as well. Says that JA's there as well, and also we've got that Hamish, you're too slow. Says that Music Kiwi there. And the jab at the moment, it is going to be short, sitting on 12 runs off 2 deliveries. He has been absolutely insane when it comes to his form that he has been able to find in the KFC Big Bash so far. Once again, it is going to be hit away, and there's going to be at least 2 runs here. They do get the 2, so they've started this match at a rapid-fire pace, similar to what we did have as well. Short please out as well, says Harish there. And the chat trying to make sure that it does end up in that situation of a few more as well. And Harish Nop in it there as well from Jay. But now at this stage, we have got there what as well, says Harish Spencer there in the chat. And also we have got there now 168. That's going to be taken, and that will be short gone now. And now predicting 168 for 9 as well. As there says Hamish says, oh yeah, I guess that's the thing. I did say we were having all the predictions before the match, but I didn't actually change the thingy down the bottom. But from now on, it is going to be that they have to be before the first ball of the innings is kind of added in as well. But we will allow that one because I have still got it written down that the first 5 overs you are allowed to have a go. But that is off the edge of Matt Short there and Short out, says Sebastian there. And also we have got there, is he actually related to Darcy Short? Not too sure as well. I feel like it is one of those situations of, I don't know whether or not they are close as well. You got Lucky Hamish as well, says Music Kiwi there. And now he has been hidden from the channel for Lepsicle because he was trying to tempt fate, unfortunately, there as well. That is a tricky one indeed. But please do, if you're going to try and go on alternate accounts, just don't tell everyone you're on them. And also we've got the Hidden Ho-Ho Christmas as well, says Sebastian there on the chat as well. And also we have there, I didn't know that as well. Yeah, first 5 overs as well. Still going to lose to me though, as says Music Kiwi. And the chat as well, but now it is going to be Renshaw will be rearing to go for this matchup. So left arm spin, almost a caught and bowled, but he is going to be very lucky. Sounds good, Hamish as well, says David there in the chat. At the moment, it is going to be, we have got the Heat as had a really good innings, says Harry. They did indeed. Very good start to the match for the Brisbane Heat, and hopefully they will be able to go on as well. And also we have got there, one easy rule, don't be a muppet. It's pretty simple as well. I guess if they are just talking about their own thing, we can just let them talk about their own thing as well. I feel like it's one of those ones that we don't need to take it too seriously. I guess you could say it. Okay, mate, as well. And then woo in there from Harry Pritchard as well. It's going to be a nice shot there. 88 meters there for Matt Shaw as original one, and then 84 meters as the second shot that he did hit all the way to the boundary. So hopefully it does end up in that situation of the Adelaide Strikers. They've got to keep on going at this rate, but he did end up going out when it was the ball on the offside. Just didn't quite get it right for him, and Kuhneman did end up going for a lot of runs, but he also was able to get himself in the position of getting the first wicket as well. Now it's going to be Mark Stickerty as the second bowler for this one as well. And also we have got the okay, mate, in the chat from Hamish Spencer. That is going to be the single straight away. Renshaw sitting on 2 runs so far off 2 balls. Weatherald sitting on 1 off 1. And Weatherald at the moment, I feel like it's going to be interesting. I'm in timeout. I was, as I says, not ace as well there. And I also think you need a yawn, mate. As I was just joking as well. Says that not ace there, but at the moment it is going to be 2 wickets down after 2 matches for Mark Stickerty so far in the BBL. See whether or not he can charge his way in. Weatherald sitting on 1 off 1. And after the 1.1 overs, it was actually the Heat sitting on around the same amount as well. After this stage, they were sitting on 1 for 14. So it's very even in that regard between these two sides in this early stage as well. And Big Bob in there as well says that not ace. Do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who is going to be the leading run scorer in this matchup for the Adelaide Strikers? We did see a very good innings from Ben Duckett to be able to go on and get himself a whole heap of runs as well. We have got there 2 wickets gone, says Daryl there in the chat, although I have not quite seen that second one, if there has been one that has fallen there. Now it has fallen, and it is going to be Weatherall. You were just a little bit too early there, Daryl, and it is now going to be 192 that they need off 111 balls as well. It was me, it was my brother as well in there. Says that J.A.'s, but that is going to be Weatherall now gone 1 run off 3 deliveries. The striker sitting on 2 for 17 here. And at the early stages, so not looking too flash. And at the early stages of their innings, it was a good ball from Stickerty. Nicely done there. And that is going to be Stickerty, who was able to pick up the first wicket, and also cheers for the spoiler, Daryl, as well in there. And also number 1 as well. And see you later, big boy. As well, says Hamish Spencer there, and also we have got there, not ace, says he stagged himself and said sus as well. And I think the leading run scorer will be Abraham Lincoln as well. And oh no, sorry, as well in there, says Harry, but that is going to be the end of the innings of Weatherall. Unfortunately, still hasn't really been able to fire so far in this innings for himself. 2 wickets down, 17 runs at the moment the Strikers have been able to get, but they're actually losing the wickets as quickly as they were earlier on. And yes, as well, says Harish Kumar there, was very happy with that. At the moment, the Strikers, they are still runs ahead, but they are also sitting 1 wicket more down than the Brisbane Heat, where at this point John Wells makes his way to the crease, and they are already getting into their almost, you'd say, the middle order if they lose 1 or 2 more wickets here. Tom Kelly still to come, Harry Nielsen still to come here, and George Garton also going to be there. Rashid Khan, he can bat, kind of. He's able to hit the ball hard, but it's whether or not he can hit it consistently enough to be able to get himself a few runs there. But at the moment, Jono Wells for the BBL 11 has scored 83 runs for himself here. And Steketee being able to pick up the early wicket for himself as well. Steketee charges in. It's outside of the off stump, and John Wells says no to that run, not able to scamper through. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hopefully we can get Renshaw out early as well. And also we'll get there well. Rush did protect the wicket of short. Great stuff as well. Says that Jay there. Yeah, unfortunately, Weatherald also falling alongside his teammate Matt Short. When you do end up looking back and you see that bails, or those bails, are just lit up, you know that it's not going well. And Mr. Helicopter as well. And there says Harry Pritchard, which is, of course, Rashid Khan, because that man plays the helicopter shot like no one else. That's a great shot from Jono Wells, though, playing a nice cut. And it was almost an angle back cut shot there for John Wells, but it does race away to the boundary, and he does receive the 4 runs for that delivery as well. Steketee not too happy with that one. He has only gone for the 5 runs so far off the second over. Well, yeah, it's actually only the second over of this one. 4 + 4 equals chicken as well. And there says not ace there. Heard that one before, I think, in terms of at school it might have been. 4 + 4 equals chicken. Is that chicken or chicken drumstick, not ace? And now it is going to be Steketee now. Charging in, nicely played by John Wells. And that is going to be the single to close out the over. Only the 6 off it. So well bowled by Steketee. And it is going to be 2 for 22 here for the Adelaide Strikers. And in this matchup at this stage, the Heat were 1 for 22. So just the 1 extra wicket falling for the Strikers. And the pressure will be on to try and increase that net run rate for the Brisbane Heat, and this has certainly been able to do so. If they end up winning this game, they will actually go above the Adelaide Strikers on the table. And also we have got their 2 + 2 equals fish as well. And it says not ace there as well. But yeah, pretty much the Brisbane Heat, if they get the bash boost point, which to get the bash boost point, the Adelaide Strikers, they will need 95 runs. I tried doing the helicopter once, and my girlfriend didn't find it funny as well, says Jay there in the chat. Yeah, I feel like it's one of those ones. Was it at like a family reunion or something? Because that's not the time to do it. From experience, I can tell you that that's not very good to do. Like you go, hey, I've got a magic trick. You go up on the stage around the grandparents and everything, and then you just go for it, you know. Not aces IQ as well. It's a bastion there with 4 + 4, but it is going to now be Guthrie who will be charging into the crease once again. Nicely bowled. It's just going to be the dot ball, and also we have got the no as well. Says that Jay Hayes there. And what the Strikers are doing good as well. And there says that Morkaki. At the moment, they're not sitting too badly for the Adelaide Strikers, but they do need to stop losing the wickets as well at this point, or else they will be in a little bit of trouble for themselves as well. And I do have some pride as well, says Jay Hayes. I mean, some people were clapping. Only some, sadly. Cops weren't. They weren't happy. Now it is going to be now Guthrie. Once again, nicely bowled. And Jono Wells, once again, no run. Hitting it straight out to the man there. 1 + 1 equals window, I believe that would be from not ace as well. I do know that one from school in terms of the fact that it does end up kind of going in that situation of linking up nicely, I guess you could say. And Hamish, please explain the helicopter as well, says David. David, I don't know if I want to, David. It's pretty much, I believe, if I'm not wrong, the helicopter that Jay was explaining is how pretty much, if you can imagine a propeller, it's something else spinning other than your finger. A little bit less side-ish, and that's going to be the single there. But our middle was great. You never know what might happen as well. Says here, Harry there on the chat, and they need to keep losing the wickets as well. Says up more cake, and yeah, it is going to be interesting to see whether or not it will be going on as well. Oh, don't bring me into this, says Jay there in the chat. At the moment, they are just showing the zinger bails there as well. At the moment, Michael Varney is still on the commentary as well. And also, we've got there, Merry Christmas as well. I think Sebastian just timed someone else out, perhaps, as well there. But now it is going to be, once again, charging in Guthrie. Getting that line not too bad. Manny Renshaw had an off his leg, so I'm not blessed enough to do the helicopter as well. Sits to Arthur there in the chat. Actually, I feel like it's one of those ones that does actually take a bit of skill, probably, more than likely, to be able to nail it. Never tried it, possibly never will. Don't know. Wait, no, but I just said that I did it at a reunion. So now I've told you guys that that was a lie. Oh, no. That's a shame. I've got there. Okay, good night. See you as I said twice. We'll see you later on, mate. Hope you do have a good Christmas. We don't see you tomorrow. So sneezes as well, says more cake there. And to get into this position, the receiving partner, aka the bottom, should keep on their knees and elbows, propping their rear end up in the air. And from cricket to helicopters, as I says, Jay, I wonder who started that one, Jay. And also, oh, and you did. And did you perform, Hamish perform the helicopter at a family get together as well? That was the slight comment I made, and I regret it because I feel like you guys thought that I wasn't joking for that one. Yeah, nah, didn't do that. I don't think I would be able to. I couldn't even get up and give a speech at a family get-together, let alone get up there with, I also tried to do the helicopter in the game and got bowled middle stump as well. Says Ari there, and also we have got the, I think Brisbane Heat will win. Says right now at this stage, 2 for 26. It's going to be hit to the leg side. Nice shot there, and that's going to be racing away to the boundary to close out the third over, and Jono Wells moves himself up onto 9 runs off 7 deliveries, 30 for 2 here. Although ourselves up there, got strikers on a betting Aka. Is it Aka like multiple legs? Do let me know. And also, fingers crossed, could be tight as well, says Mark Smith. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. How much did you get them for? Mark, do let me know. And also, we have got there the helicopter and the bananas, right, Sebastian. And from there, the insertive. I feel like I shouldn't read this one out for that one. But Hamish Spencer explaining it to anyone who doesn't know how to do things as well. But Guthrie, a little bit expensive there for himself at the moment. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're currently sitting on 48 likes. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. The Heat at the moment, they have a 90% chance of being able to win this match up. The Adelaide Strikers, they want to get their Bash Boost point. Was your Nana Hamish as well, says David. If it was a family get-together, she would be, but it didn't happen, David. Didn't happen. I feel like the more awkward I get here, the more you guys think that it might have, but it's just more the fact that I don't think I've said anything like that on a live stream before. Normally, George is here for that kind of thing as well. Hello, Kiwi lads, and David as well, says Brandon there in the chat as well. So welcome back, mate. At the moment, Renshaw here sitting on 5 off 5 deliveries. Jono Wells sitting on 9 off 7 for himself as well, and Basley is bowling his first over of his power play as well. But at the moment now, James Basley, 26 years of age, 8 wickets, 13 as well. No, your secret is out as well. And there, says Jay, and also we have got there, there Ishays in Aotearoa. What is an Ishay? Do let me know more, Cake. The one that's going to be hit, almost a run-out opportunity, and they do just get through for the one there. At the moment, Renshaw sitting on 6 runs off 6 balls. Wells sitting on 9 off 7 now. At the top of the order for the Brisbane Heat. What was the Heat score? They were able to get themselves 208 for 7 there as well. That info was provided by Dr. Google as well. Says Hamish Spencer, what did you type in to find that, Hamish? So I feel like you want to clear your search history possibly now. But Chris Lynn, he was able to get 10 runs off 5 deliveries. Max Bryant was able to get 32 off 20 at this time as well, says Harry. So at this time, they were sitting, I think they were actually a little bit higher as well. 3 wickets gone, says Darryl there. And the chat, this is going to be the running opportunity for them as well. Majip able to cut that one off. Is it going to be the 2? They do get there nicely between the wickets as well. And do you want a dog video as well, says Brandon there. And the chat as a violent little Muppet kid as well, says Jay Hayes. I haven't seen too many of them here, I guess that is. But at the moment, I will quickly get up how many the Brisbane Heat were on at this point of time in their KFC Big Bash first innings that they did have into this game up against the Adelaide Strikers. So they finished with 208 for 7, which was very impressive after the total of, one moment, we will go here, the Brisbane Heat, after their power play, nicely played behind the ball for Jono Wells. After their power play, they were sitting on 50 runs for 2 wickets down. So they were well and truly ahead. And also know, Brandon, we want the helicopter video. That is a child, Jay Hayes. Be very careful what you ask for. Is that's now, that's evidence, as it is called. Jono Wells at the moment sitting on 11 runs of 9 deliveries. Power play overs is 1 to 4 here for themselves as well. And do you like a dog, David? David as well in there. Says up Brandon in the chat. At the moment, 2 wickets down. They can't afford to lose too many more. Nicely played by Jono Wells. Sits it down the ground. This is a run-out opportunity. They decide against throwing it, though, and just keep it to the one from you. I was saying as well. Says it was a Jay Hayes. And also we have got the, I can't say what I said, Javin. Did you have an assistant when you perform this helicopters? Says David. No, I feel like I don't know what to say now. As you guys can tell, this isn't how I normally talk. And I'm pretty much like, anytime I say anything, I've probably got bright red at the moment, more than likely. Also, we've got there probably texted Tim Payne for the most accurate description of a helicopter as well. It's going to be whipped off the legs there. And as the dot ball finishing the power play with a total of 34 for 2 here, compared to the 50 for 2 that the Brisbane Heat were. So they are currently 16 runs behind. For them to get the Bash Boost point, they do need to get themselves 95 runs. And also, we've got the Kiwi lads you need to see and leave a message as well. There's Brandon there, so I'll check out the Discord and helicopter as well. Says more cake there. And also, we've got there, you look like a tomato as well. And there says Paddy Wagon there. And also on Discord after. And there was an absolute pleasure to see Sam as well. Says that David, they're just showing the 2 wickets falling. Jake Weatherall second to 4 and Matt Short was the first. And they were only about 2 overs apart. At least you're not yawning as well, says J.A.'s. I feel like I would be well and truly prefer. That was a long one. But I think I would prefer to yawn. Yawn is a funny word, isn't it? Says Paddy Wagon. It is indeed a humorous one. We have brought up 50 likes, so thank you all very much for helping me out in that regard. It's going to be a cut shot there played, and they have got 5 men back in the ring now, or outside of the ring as well. We have got the laughing emoji as well. Did you see Marnus? Now number 1 test batsman as well, said Nathan Sim. He's a very talented man. Marnus Lavashane. Now that's the thing. If Steve Smith didn't get hit with the ball in England for the last Ashes series, maybe it could have ended up in that situation of Marnus not really getting a chance as well, and almost every time, as I says Jay, it is very annoying at this point, but I will accept it today for some reason. At the moment, do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, it's not, or actually, nicely hit by Matty Renshaw here. Who's going to be the leading run scorer? John O'Wells at the moment looks like he's going to be doing pretty decent for the side. I feel like you got to take the tower surge, or the power surge early, I should say. And also we got him as well, says Paddy Wagon there, and also we're talking about helicopter from TikTok as well. And also is Usman from Boxing Day. Or in for Boxing Day. I don't believe so. I think they have gone with Marcus Harris once again, if I'm not wrong. I'll quickly look up cricket.com and see whether or not they have announced their side that they are going with on Boxing Day. But Majip at the moment going very decently. 3 balls bowled so far and only the 2 runs off it. That's a little bit leg side-ish. And that is going to be racing away to the boundary now, getting that one in the wrong spot. And we go like this. And we go like this. Cricket. Oops, that's not how you spell cricket. Cricket.com.au. They will have it, surely. Who they are going with, they haven't got it. But Marnus Lavashane, they have got there. He is number 1, followed by Joe Root, Steve Smith, Kane Williamson, and Rohit Sharma. As well, when yawns, they all yawn as well. There's more cake there, not Harris again. I hope they don't, but there's a chance that they might consider it. Cricket Australia, that might be the one that I'm after. As well, I don't think they've actually announced it yet. I heard that someone said about Nathan Harris, though, being kept in, but I hope that they do give Usman Khawaja a chance outside of the off stump. Well bowled there for Majip, only going for the 6 runs of it, and bring back Gilly and Hayden as well there. Says that J.A.'s. Imagine that. A couple of the legendary players coming back. I know that they take part in the charity matches that happen every once in a while. I know that was the recent. I'll tell you what just happened. So I've got this open to see how many likes the live stream is sitting on, and it's about 1 or 2 minutes delayed, right? And I just yawned on there from the other minute, and it made me yawn again. I'm going to have to close that, or else I'm going to end up yawning all the time throughout this one, every couple minutes later as well. My bet is in the bread loaf. In bread loaf mode as well, says Morkak. I didn't realize that was a thing. Does that mean it's just jammed itself into a shoebox or something? Chris Lynn at the moment, he was saying that it's a very nice batting surface, and he was regretting the fact that the commentators did remind him that it was a nice one. As well, now Mark Stickety once again running in. Going to be hit down the ground from Renshaw. Does just get through for the single, so they're going to have to speed up this run rate a little bit at some stage, because they currently need 11.3 runs per over for them to be able to have a decent chance. Current run rate sitting at 8 runs. 8 runs per over, I should say there. But Majip going for 6 runs off his first over. Stickety going for 6 runs off his first over, and also getting the wicket for himself as well. And then the other wicket falling for the Adelaide Strikers, it was actually Kuhnemann who was able to get him into that very first over. Well, now we have got their bread loaf mode. That's an awesome saying as well. See that JA's there, and it's in the box, and it's just jumping around like Spidey Kid as well. That's going to be a good shot, though, to the leg side out mid-wicket, and that is going to be another 4 runs now for the Adelaide Strikers. We have got there, I'm going to the beach as well. It says more cake. Like now, isn't it like 9:14 over there at the moment, more cake, or are you meaning tomorrow perhaps? That's going to be a nice shot by John Wells there to be able to get onto it early, and he is currently sitting now on 21 runs of 16. And Yawn Train as well, says Betty Wagon there, and also tomorrow, says more cake. was thinking it seemed a little bit late to be possibly beaching at this time of night, but we have got the 8:13 p.m. and question for you lads. What is your best interest? Not rugby or no sports as well, says Brandon. Also outside of sports. Oh, I think that's actually the first time I've been asked that. What is something that I like doing? I mean, I would say like gaming, I guess, but then I'm not like an absolutely huge gamer. Not recently when I've been editing and whatnot. Does editing count? I guess editing, making videos and whatnot, as my other kind of like of this lounge. I guess you could say, and hit that like button for bread loaf mode or bread loaf Muppet mode as well. Going to be the short ball there. Slower delivery to Renshaw. Does once again just get it for the single. Hasn't really been able to get too many boundaries for himself yet, Matty Renshaw. In fact, he hasn't hit a single one as of yet. And they are certainly going to need him to get a few. Jono Wells actually getting 4 so far. All 4, so 16 runs. Chris Lynn only ended up getting 10 runs off 5 deliveries. He was on fire for the early stage. Now outside as well, says Brandon. And also, don't worry, Amish, years ago at my cousin's wedding, he was outed at the reception for having an affair with his mother-in-law. I BS you not. Jeez, that one's left me speechless. Did Chris Lynn just swear? I'm just going to listen to this one more time. I'm going to be a ball behind. I swear he just said the F word there. Chris Lynn. Yeah, he did swear there, Chris Lynn. So, Hamish, any plans for you to have the entire house to yourself tomorrow as well? Says Sebastian. Or when you have the entire house to yourself there. I don't believe I got too many plans, I guess you could say. It's probably just going to be live stream, and that's about it. Really, setting up for the live stream will probably take a little bit of time as well. I want to get my Christmas ones or my Boxing Day and everything like that all sorted out. A little bit earlier on, we have got Hey from Ellie Hills. Welcome into the live stream. Also, we have the fire emojis, 26 degrees for 32 tomorrow. As well, says more cake. So that is going to be relatively warm there as well. No lies, mate. Everyone had the same look you just did as well, says David. David, did they still like get married after that, David? David, and also we have got the question for you, lads. What is your favorite intended outside as well, says Brandon? I'd say just chilling out, probably like going somewhere with George, Daniel, and Isaac and just relaxing pretty much. And there you are. Didn't expect you to be on as well, says Patty Wagon there to Ali at the moment. 88% chance that the Heat are able to win this game. That probably goes up to 89 now with another dot ball. Majip is being brought back into the bowling attack. Currently 6 overs down for them, and they do need to keep on going and going and going here for the Adelaide Strikers. Required run rate up to 11.49. That's going to be another dot ball. 2 in a row for Majip. They've just talked about Chris Lynn. He's saying about keeping the calmness in the group, and he just said, like, the F word on commentary just then. That's going to be 6 runs for Jono Wells. Good shot from him. And he has been able to nail that one, listening to music, listening to the live stream as well, and watching live stream lit. As I said, more cake, is it safe to assume that the chat was a bit mental today as well? Says Sebastian. It did go a little bit crazier than we normally do see, I guess. But yeah, hopefully it's not too bad in the future overall. But it's a good old shot from John Wells. Big strike of the ball put down in the crowd. But now Majip once again leg side-ish. It's going to be a flat bullet. Oh, it's been put down there by, unfortunately, I believe it was Garton, who wasn't able to hang on to that, and that is going to be unfortunate for them as well. Was it Garton? No, it was Guthrie who did put that one down. No, they divorced, but in all fairness, his mother-in-law was hot as well, says David. Her face would have been interesting. Did she, leave the room, or did she just stay around? Quick review, Kiwi lads, what do you like to do in Auckland as well? I think the only thing I've done in Auckland is actually go to the Sky Tower. Oh, and also I went to WWE when I was 8 or something like that, and also we have got there and the cat won't stop growing as well. And there says more cake, and also we have got there fair enough. Welcome in as well. Says Patty Wagons there, and also I had to make sure I came and say hi. I can't just not, as and cheeky as my name's cat as well. It's going to be 2 runs between the wickets. Good running for the Adelaide Strikers. That will be the end of the over. They get 9, but that still means that the run rate does increase. And also, hello, Ali. Hope everything's well. I'm not sure what that accent was for half a second there. I'm drinking a lot of water today, but it's a good thing. Hydration is important. I know that a lot of people, they will be drinking beverages of a different side or different kind over Christmas as well. Here we go. These overs are flying by. I think it is because we've already seen 3 overs of spin. And also, we got there, she was a She didn't seem to care as well, says David. How old was she? And also, water makes me yawn as well, says Jay Hayes. I'm hoping it doesn't make me yawn because I have just consumed some. It makes me not be able to talk. Oh, good, Ellie. Festive spirit. And also, we have got there the Christmas emoji from Sebastian. But at the moment, it's going to be interesting to see who will be closest with the prediction for this one at the moment. Kevin has got himself 3 points, 2 points going the way of Music Kiwi. And then in third, it is going to be Novmum, who was able to sneak herself a point there at the end as well. And also, question for you, David, do you want to see another dog video? As well, says Brandon Bannon, that is going to be just a single. Once again, for Jono Wells, who does move up on to 33 of 24 deliveries. They need 149 runs off 77 balls. It's almost 12 runs and over for them from here on out. And the current run rate is sitting at 8.37. And also, I've got there a question for you, David, and a chat from Brandon. And the comparison, the Heat were sitting 3 wickets down for 74 runs, and the Strikers were sitting 2 wickets down for 60 runs at the same point. And yes, Seba, it's getting much closer, isn't it, Seba, as well? And also, we've got there, she would have been a very dishy 40-year-old as well. And there says Jay Hayes, and also 8 weeks is more kick there in the chat as well. But it is going to be now Basley. He did only go for the 4 runs of his very first over. If he can continue that, and this one as well, although that one's almost in the slot. Renshaw hits it down the ground. He hasn't actually got a boundary as of yet, though, for Renshaw. And it's just sitting at the single. So he's going to have to go bang soon. But whether or not he does wait for the power surge, we'll have to wait and see. Because for them to get themselves the bash boost point, they will need 95 runs after the 10 over. So they're not actually a mile off in a way. They need 34 more runs off a total of, and of course, says David there for the video as well. And also we have got there, can you hop over to Discord for a second, please, as well, says Sebastian there. And the channel also, we have got there, all these questions make my head hurt as well. That's going to be a big old shot to the leg. Simon Jeep not quite able to chase it down, but he's been able to swat it back into the field of play. This is good work on the boundary somehow from those two. And also, yes, but log me on, or let me log on as well. And you're all right there, says Paddy Wagon there. And at the chat as well. And at the moment, Majip, he has done very nicely. And then from there, it was actually him and Heasler who both had to work together for that regard to try and stop it from going forward. It was nicely done by Majip. Then from there, Heasler almost fell over the boundary, so he had to flick it back in. And then from there, Majip on the run around was able to get that one for a side as well. That's actually probably very tough to do because you wouldn't normally be expecting the man who did flick it back into the field of play get another chance of touching that one as well. And which one, Seb, as well there? It says that Jay, but it is going to be now Basley who will be charging in once again. A little bit pitched up, and it is going to be nicely glided there. Nice shot, and it's going out almost to the boundary. He tried to kick it there. Did he just save that one, Guthrie? Why is he leading with his feet? I don't know what just happened with Guthrie. He decided to go with it in the slide tackle, trying to stop that ball as well. Okay, I got a funny thing with the dog too as well. Let's see what happens here. Just try and kick it back in the field there, Guthrie. I don't think I've seen that in a very long time. I had a nightmare last night, and a shark bit me, and I found a sword, and I stabbed it. And I got a red rod since put in it. And I had to wear a sling and a cast for 8 weeks. I wore a tooth as a necklace as well. Says more cake there, and I look forward to it. Says that David there as well. They have rewarded him with the 4 runs. I haven't seen someone go with that. Not sure. With cancellation and postpones are going to do Leicester Tiger and Leinster. I have seen that Leinster versus Munster have already been postponed, unfortunately, which was the big game that we were going to be covering of the weekend for the URC. So that's a little bit of a shame that it is going to be popping away for that one, unfortunately. The moment, Renshaw, he is going to be sitting there 7.5 overs down so far for the Strikers, and they are sitting 2 wickets down for 68 runs here. And Basley here is currently sitting on 9 as well off this over. So he did only go for 4 off the first one, though, but 7.5 overs down at the moment for the Adelaide Strikers. And they are going to continue to try and increase this one as well. And also, we've got there, not sure what the cancellation and postponed are going to do. Yeah, at least the Tigers game, is it still on? Do let me know. David, now it is going to be hit away to the league side there. Nicely taken by Pearson. That will be the end of the 8th over. And it is going to be 2 for 69 now for them as well. Nicely done, Jono Wells at the moment. He is definitely going to be one who has to stay at the crease. He's sitting on 40 runs off 27 balls. If he goes on to get himself the 100 and Cheeky finally stop gearing as well, set the more cake there. That's going to be nicely glided. Jono Wells hits it out through that cover region it was, and then the slide tackle attempt at trying to stop that ball. It's just not the way to do it. Like they're saying, you've got fingers for a reason on your hands, and that is to try and cut that ball off, but they are well behind in terms of that run rate. The runs at the moment in the next 2 overs, they do need to get themselves another 26 runs to get that bash boost point. And then from then, they need to go on and get themselves about another 114. Jimmy Pearson at the moment just trying to set the field here, getting ready to go for another over of bowling. It's going to be Majid. They've actually bowled him almost 3 times in a row here, but he has been very economical in his early stages, only going for the 7.5 of the first 2 overs for the 15 runs as well. But it is going to be Renshaw on strike, the man who is yet to really get off the mark. He's sitting on 13 runs off 14 deliveries and hasn't hit himself a boundary as of yet. Well, this one as well. But Stickety at the moment, it is going to be 2 overs left. And it is going to be 16 runs that he has gone for so far. And what was my prediction for the Strikers as well? I will have a quick look at what we have got. Your prediction, Morecake, it was 194 that you did predict for that one as well. And go and join to a Discord. It's a funny place to be as well, says Brandon there. And said it was a good throw from the deep, and it is going to be the 2 runs off the first delivery of Majib's over as well. And also we've got there, I forgot, as I says Morecake, so yeah, it was 194. That you did say that the Adelaide Strikers were going to be able to get, but Renshaw 15 off 15. So that is the first time, I believe, that he has had a 2 rather than just the singles. He does need to try and up this run rate. They still need 11.7, but as soon as that goes above 12, that's going to be when it's really going to be a problem for them. And in this situation at the moment, Majid bowls it nicely. Renshaw tries to hit it out through cover. And also, what was my prediction as well, says Brandon there in the chat. And also, we've got their cheers, Seb. And the chat says J.A.'s there as well, although I do not see Sebastian, so I assume that was on the Discord, if I'm not wrong there. But at the moment, we will go here. And Brandon, your prediction, I don't actually think you gave a prediction for the second innings, Brandon, unfortunately, for the kind of individual one. And also we have got the I do not want to wake up past 7 a.m. on Christmas, and not 3 a.m. like last year, as well, says Morecake. And also we have got the I see Leicester Tigers has been postponed, so that's a big shame as well. That was another big game of the weekend, because that was Leicester Tigers versus Bristol Bears, wasn't it? And that was going to be the other game we were covering on the channel. So that's a little bit unfortunate. In that regard, we have got the thumbs up from Seb as well. And now at this stage, it is going to be going for Majid. Currently 5 runs on the first 3 deliveries for him as well. Not sure what Andrew Simons is doing in the commentary box at the moment. Doing a little bit of dancing, getting in the festive spirit. Majid there, stepping across the stumps for Jono Wells. And he does just get it away for the single on the lead side. They need to get some more. Yes, I said 220 for 5 as well, says Brandon there. And the chat. And also we have got there, gotcha, mate, as well. Says that Jay Hayes. Gotcha, mate. Gotcha, mate. I am confused as well. What was your prediction as well, says Nathan Sims there. And the chat, 8.4 overs down at the moment. 75 for 2 here for the Strikers. A little bit leg sided from Majid, but it does actually come in quite nicely. And Renshaw whips it away to the mid-wicket boundary. No, not quite able to get through. And it will just once again be the single. Once Renshaw hits a 6 or a 4, I feel like from there he will be able to build himself up. But I don't think it's going to be very easy at all for him to be able to get it going here, unfortunately. But now it is going to be Wells with it once again at the crease. 41 off 28 deliveries here outside of the off stump. And it is going to be nicely played by Jono Wells. Once again a dot ball. Once again a single. Very good work here from Majid. And it is going to be 76 for 2. So for them to get the bash boost point, they do need 19 runs. They're a little bit easier. They need 18 runs off this final over of the bash boost point region, I guess you could say as well. We have got there Nathan Sims, 181 runs for Adelaide as well, says Sebastian there. But the third Ashes test that is going to be starting on December 26th from 9:30 a.m. Australian time, that is. So that's 11:30 a.m. our time, which is good, because that means we do get to sleep in just a little bit more. And I believe it's 12:30, if I'm not wrong, that is going to be taking place New Zealand time in terms of the start of the match. So be sure to stick around for that. We are going to be covering all of the days of cricket, including maybe a little bit of the New Zealand versus England that will be coming up. New Zealand versus Bangladesh. That is coming up as well. But now we will have to wait and see what the selections for the two sides will be. Cat sleeps me, watches cricket, all going good as well, says Morecake. And can you see the video and leave a message? I'm going to ask you at the end of the live stream on Discord as well, says Brandon. So hopefully I will be able to give it a wee look as well. But the current required run rate, it is sitting at 12 runs per over if they do want a chance of being able to win this game. The bash boost point, 18 runs from this over if they do want to receive that one. And it is going to be Guthrie who does bowl it. He actually went for 7 off his first over, and that's going to be just the dot ball once again. Very good bowling from the Brisbane Heat so far, not really letting too much away in the early stages. And also we have got there, if they can get to 100 by 10 overs without losing a wicket, we could be in for a close game as well, says Jay Hayes. Could definitely be the case if they can try and get. That's the thing, a 6 all of a sudden changes everything here for the Adelaide Strikers, but they probably need 2 boundaries at least in this over to really have a chance, because I think the bash boost point's probably going to be disappearing. I'm only an hour and a half ahead of Adelaide, or half an hour ahead of Adelaide as well, says the Morecake there. Yeah, I think They need a boundary. They need at least, to be fair, if they want the Bash boost point, they need about 4 boundaries off the last 5 balls of this over with that dot ball coming at the first one. But Guthrie now, it's going to be the short ball down the leg side, and it is going to be given as the wide. Is it the wide? Wide? No, it's not a wide ball. It is going to be considered not a wide, so that is going to be all right for Guthrie. Another dot ball there, and also we have got the BR Sporters here. As well says it was Brandon there in the chat, and also we have got the only half an hour ahead of Adelaide as well. What's the Bash boost target for Adelaide? They do need to get themselves 95 runs if they do want a chance, and also we have got the Hears in the chat as well. I said more cake there as well, but now it's going to be nicely bowled, whipped away to the leg side once again by Jono Wells, but he just keeps on getting those singles. He does need to find his way a little bit further towards that 50 runs in a hurry. 43 off 32 deliveries at the moment. He is sitting, but we think back to that first innings for the Brisbane Heat, and they were able to have 78 runs off 47 deliveries there. A good example of sixes making the difference was last night, exactly right. And all of a sudden, sixes can change a game because, like, that's the thing. If you have a couple dot balls, the real big R or the fake big R counts as well, says Jay Hayes. I'm not too sure. I don't actually see him in the chat at the moment. So I'm not too sure which one it is, I should say. As I got you, Kiwi lads. Oh, got you, Kiwi lads, says Brandon. So it was a little bit of a prank there. And a Christmas prank, I guess you could call it as well. And now Jimmy Pearson, he is going to be behind the stumps. He didn't get as many runs as I thought he would have. He got 11 off 5 balls, so he was very similar to Chris Lynn in that regard, but then did end up losing his wicket, which is something that happened a little bit too often for some of those Brisbane Heat players. And also, I don't see him either, as well, says Jay Hayes there. And the chat, but now it is going to be Guthrie only going for the 2 runs so far. Realistically, do you think Brisbane will win it as well? I think that they will. I think that they've got a very good chance here, and I think they should be able to win it by about 30 runs at least. Good over once again, or a good ball, I should say, but it is going to be almost racing away to the boundary. That man uses his hands, Stickety, doing that, and yes, BNE will win as well for Brisbane at the moment. Jono Wells, as long as he's out at the crease, so, and Renshaw, he isn't at the boundary yet. Brandon tell Hamish to yawn. Gets him almost all the time. Don't you start that, Jay. But I'm here. As I says, I said to there, and the chat as well. I just almost... I tried to keep my eyes open, but also my mouth closed, and then I almost just ended up like yawning out my eyeballs. That's going to be a good ball, though, from Guthrie, and that is going to be the end of the over, and he has only gone for the 5 runs. Very good one for Guthrie, and the Bash boost point, it is going the way of the Brisbane Heat, and also see Low as well. I love yawn. It's so nice as well. Says Amish Spencer there in the chat. This is an annoying thing that just keeps on happening, isn't it? I don't know why yawning makes other people yawn, or like saying yawn makes people yawn. I don't know what it is. But it just happens. I love to yawn. It's nice as well. And there. And also we have got their CN as well. And your QS. It just keeps on happening now. Unfortunately, the yawn after yawn, I'll pass my yawn power over to Brandon as well, says Jay Hayes there. And the chat as well. At the moment, I got a super cheap auto. Oh, no, it's actually Repco that are advertising to me. They're trying to sell me some car fuel / oil and whatnot. Car wax. Don't think the car needs cleaned at the moment, so that's pretty lucky. When I yawn, I get great pleasure as well. And at this stage, I don't know why I read that so strangely in that regard, but they are just showing that they're the ashes. The next one is going to be just around the corner. And also, we have got there me when my cat lays on me. And went to yes, warmth is as well when my cat lays on me, and summer no as well. Says I'm okay. Yeah, it is unfortunate when your cat is a little bit like, that's the thing. Billy sat on me the other night for like a full 20 minutes or so while I was just sitting here doing some editing. And that's when it was sitting like 25 degrees or so. But overall, it wasn't too bad. He normally just sits around, goes, hi, how are you? And then he leaves again. Yawn again, Kiwi lad, says Brandon. I don't think I want to yawn too many more times, or else I will end up. I will end up actually falling asleep. That's a word that's going to have to be banned soon. At the moment, Wells is sitting on 46 of 34 deliveries, 20 runs for Renshaw off 19 deliveries as well, as long as no one is doing the helicopter as well. I guess that is a fair point as well. And sometimes they get a good yawn on the front lawn at dawn as well. Says Jay Hayes there, and Brandon is now the yawn master as well, says Jay Hayes. Now it is going to be Kuhneman who will be bowling this one. 16 runs at the moment for him. 1 wicket already falling for himself as well. We have got the laughing emojis from Brandon and in the chat as well. 82 for 2 here after the 10 overs. For them to be able to win this game, they need more than 2 runs a ball here from here on out. And they have not taken the power surge as of yet. They need a whole heap of wides. They need a whole heap of boundaries as well there. In the chat, we have got there a whole heap of letters and symbols in the chat. I'm sure that he just put yawn. I think that'll be what it was. And now it is going to be Kanakuin, and that's a lie. It is going to be Kuhneman. Does get that nice cut shot away there for Wells. This could be racing away to the boundary. No, it's going to be cut off nicely by Easley, and they get back for 2 as well. And also we have got their spam in the chat. Says up more kick, and it is indeed. And also we have got there, I just yawned just now. You will feel it. Feel it in 1 to 2 minutes as well. Says Nathan Sim there. That was a yawn, but I was trying to keep my mouth closed, and it just looks worse. He's going to be once again it out to the side as well. Not allowed. Needs to be punished as well. Says up more kick there. I mean, he will be punished by being like kicked from the channel. That one, just because of the fact that it is pretty much the case of like we can't stop them from making fake accounts because or else it would take a very long time as well. At the moment, 85% chance that the Brisbane Heat can win this match. Remember, the Strikers, they still have a little bit of one, but Matty Renshaw, he's been out there. He's got 20 runs off 19 deliveries. I think he's kind of got to go out. As well, Matty Renshaw, he's either got to get this ball over the boundary or he needs to go out because he is using up balls that they do not have here for the Adelaide Strikers. Kuhneman now. He is going to be bowling this one. Renshaw tries to swing through. He's just going to get the single once again. And that's the thing. The Brisbane Heat, the way that they were batting, they showed that it wasn't too long as in real life in them as well. And also yawns are just like farts. I just let them out as well, says Jay. And also we have got there. I want to get everyone to yawn as well. There's his Brandon there. At the moment, they're talking to Jason. I called him Jason Gillespie there as well. Kuhneman, wide ball. It's going to be nicely played by Wells. See, he's striking the ball well, but Renshaw at the other end. He needs to put the ball on the boundary. He needs to start taking the risks as well. You've still got Tom Kelly. He can hit a long ball. He will be hitting 6s for himself. So you either need to have it 2 balls in a row. Good batting from Jono Wells. He just got himself the 50 as well. We have got there. Adotrin has said who got the bash boost point, and it was the situation of the Brisbane Heat. They were able to get it by, I think they've actually almost at the 11th all. Renshaw hits it straight back, and once again, another dot ball got me branded as well there. Says I've actually there, and also we've got their Brisbane Heat. And I just yawned as well, says Exodus there in the chat as well. But Kuhneman now. Kuhneman, sorry. Advancing down the wicket there. Renshaw just gets the single. He is fired up at the moment. He's going to have the strike for the next over as well. And the required run rate has gone up to 13.34 now. Or sorry, 13.44 now. Renshaw. Normally he can hit a long ball. It's not happening today for him. At the moment, he will be looking at the scoreboard. And Jono Wells, the smaller man, surely they've got to take the power surge now and try and get it going here as well. But the 50 for Jono Wells, he was able to hit it 50 off 37 deliveries, 5 4s, 1 6. But at this stage, the run rate has completely slowed down in the Brisbane Heat. They are bowling well. That is a bat. A fruit bat. Why do bats kind of look like upside down dogs? Like their faces. And also up the Heat as well. And there says Adotrin there. And that's it as well. But Jono Wells, he has been playing a lot of things. In fact, he's pretty much played everything just side to side there as well. I was here for the first BBL stream and been in everyone since then as well. Says more cake, so it is hugely appreciated, mate, showing your support. And also, that's the thing, the more times that you guys are on these live streams giving off your predictions, then it is going to be in the case of you guys will definitely have more chance of being able to win in the predictions. Renshaw's out. I tell you what, I feel bad for clapping, but he needed to go, Renshaw. Wasn't striking anything. 22 from 22. And that has almost buried the Adelaide Strikers with where they need to be now. Spammers got stabbed. Non-spammers get rich. It's how it should be as well. And just like an Oprah Winfrey show, you get a yawn. Also, you get a yawn. And also, everyone gets a yawn there as well. And also, we have got the Renshaw out. Says Sebastian, it was a good catch. And it was in the end Guthrie, I believe. No, sorry, it was Basley who was able to pick up that wicket. And Renshaw now goes 22 off 22 deliveries, sitting in himself a single 4, a single 6, 5 dot balls for him as well there for Matty Renshaw. And he is going to be on his way for 22 runs. We have got there. Yeah, he's a Tarator. I assume that is traitor, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. And at the moment, Wells here sitting on 50 runs off 37. Tell you what, Tom Kelly, though, I feel like he's got potential as well. Oops, as well in there. Says more cake. But yeah, I think that Tom Kelly, if he can hit the ball like he has been recently, he's got a good average, and he also has been able to get himself in the position of it being able to really strike a ball hard, and that's what they're going to need there. As well, and yes, there's more cake as well. But the partnership, for some reason, they've put up the partnership at 0 from 0. And at this point, the Heat was sitting currently a total of 12 runs ahead. So it's not hugely a difference between the two sides, but it's certainly still going in favour of the Brisbane Heat here, who have a 92% chance of winning. It's a big full toss. Jono Wells with the ramp shot, 1 bounce 4. And that is going to be nicely done by Jono Wells. Going to have to speed this one up. God, I can't say I can't stand Oprah as well. And we speak fluent typo as well. ZJ Hayes, I feel like I do as well. In that regard, I kind of, yeah. Anytime like I read out things, I always get it wrong. And also, Milkcake, please still out a bit, mate. Thank you. As well, and also now get Wells as well, says Milkcake. But that's a nice shot from Jono Wells. Now the partnership's moving up onto 4 as well. And Yonki Relays again as well. Says it, Brandon there. It's almost instant. It's instantly that it like happens. And it's very annoying. And now there's going to be Besley, who is in there. No run there, and it is Wells who is still on strike after this stage. He was sitting 105 after their 11.3 overs. Strikers at the moment, the clicker. What are you watching it on? I am watching it on Sky Sport 3 here at the moment in New Zealand, but it is available on KO in Australia. And also, we have got the herd of Ivan Pigilips from Osprey. Ivan Pigilips. I have not. Nathan Siv as well, and Brendan is loving it at the moment with the yawns. It is going to now be Basley. Nicely hit to the leg side. And it is just going to be the single. Yes, it is. Ends up knocking the stumps off there for Jimmy Pearson. I'm sorry, the bails off. Now Tom Kelly, the man who has been going very decently in his last couple of matches. He is going to get a chance at the crease at the moment. You can see that it's about, I guess, maybe 20 runs behind at the moment. The Adelaide Strikers are sitting, so they certainly need to try and speed it up a little bit more if they do want a chance of being able to have any chance of winning this game as well. And also Pat's Cat and PG as well. And I can't stop laughing as well as Brandon there. And Pat's Cat. And the chat says more cake there. And now it is going to be, wait, is that Postman Pat's Cat? Is that what we're talking about there? It's going to be nicely played by Tom Kelly. And it is just going to be this dot ball. And Phillips can't spell. Phillips as well. So what is his other name, Nathan Sim? Is it Ethan Phillips? Ivan Phillips, maybe? I'm not too sure. At the moment, his best is 41. He's had 3 matches so far. His average is actually 33.5. Hasn't been out too often, Tom Kelly, but when he is, pure joy of a yawn as well, says Sebastian there. Nicely bowled by Basley once again, and that's going to be just a single, I believe, to close out the over. Very good over from Basley. She's walking me with her tail, or she's whacking me with her tail, I believe it is. I'm Master Splinter as well. Brandon is my little ninja turtle as well. I trained him well in the arts of yawns as well. It's J.A.'s. I feel like anyone we have now, you're going to teach them what kind of like, because that's the thing. It's like, it's not a mind trick, but it's one that does work, unfortunately. Like, does everyone get that reaction? Like when they say best yawn is when Hamish does it as well. Says it, Paddy Wagon there. I'm going to try and hold my face in a direction. In fact, I'll have a drink. That will sort it out, because if I drink and yawn at the same time, I'm choking. So that's not ideal. Here we go. Might have found a bit of a life hack. If you're going to yawn, just shove water down your throat. That's going to be a good innings from Jono Wells so far. Sitting on 55 runs off 40 deliveries. Anyone who is new to that channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It is hugely appreciated. You guys all being here for this one. And what's your favourite cricket player as well? I do like Kane Richardson. All right, I can't stop yawning as well in there. And also we have got the, it is a mind trick. Now, what is that, says Jay. And also our kittens going crazy before we ended up having to move our Christmas tree as well, says Nov Mum. I know that cats love trying to climb the Christmas tree, that is for sure. And also we've got these from Wales who got his leg amputated in a motorcycle crash in Swansea as well, says Nathan Sim. How long ago was that? Nathan also just wait for it as well, says Patty Way, not happening. It's disappearing for now. Good shot there from Tom Kelly. And that looks like they are going to be able to get back for the 2 runs here for the Adelaide Strikers. They currently need 15 runs per over. They have not taken the power surge as of yet, though. Who knows? Maybe it could be the difference maker for them in this one. This match is actually flying by. I feel like this match is actually going to be finished earlier than anticipated. A bit of advice for JM Brandon. Stay away from scuba divers. You will cause too many casualties as well. Says I mentioned there in the chat. And also, be back. Cat ran outside. Need to put her back in her bed. Naughty cat. It's past bedtime and my cats are laying under the tree like it's a present as well. And also 4 days ago, Hamish as well, says Nathan Sims. I hadn't actually heard about that one, unfortunately, and it will happen as well. Says JAs, and also we have the yawn from Brandon. We'll just quickly have a quick one of those. It's a shot from Jono Wells. Has he got enough of it? He does not. And it's the relay catch. Or is it? Yes, it is. And that is going to be the wicket there. And I think it was Max Bryan out on the boundary who was able to stop that one from being the 6. And that is going to be Jono Wells gone as well. Hamish, are you able to create a scoreboard with our names, points, and positions as well? Says David Oval. I feel like that will be doable. I do have down in the bottom corner in terms of the current standings type thing, the top 3 as well. And also we've got there, you won't see them last of me as well, or you won't see the last of me. They're going upstairs here, but the original decision on field is going to be out as well. And at the moment, it was very good work. I believe it was Max Bryan out on the boundary. Did try and cut this one off. Jono Wells, he tried to hit this one hard. It was outside of the off stump, though, trying to hit it across the line. And also we've got their Wells out. Awesome performance as well. Says Sebastian. That is good. And that is going to be the wicket there for the Brisbane Heat. And then it's going to be the Adelaide Strikers now sitting 4 down as well by forever. As I says there. And the chat, and also we've got their nice says world history knowledge as well. And also Yawn do not. As what is good to Yawn as well. And also I would have to back in the Heat here as well, says Jay Hayes. Yeah, it's looking pretty good for them at the moment to be able to chase this one. Or sorry, not to be able to chase this one down. And the Brisbane Heat to be able to get the full 4 points available possibly for them in this one. We're just seeing all the cinematics of the teammates high-fiving. Just checking the no ball. If this was a no ball, okay, he's absolutely fine. I was going to say, if that's a no ball and there from the spinner as well, his arms in 2 different positions, that's kind of a weird one to look at. But I believe it is going to be the catch taken there. He's completely fine. That is going to be out as well. Big yawn as well. Says it, Brandon there. In the chat. Max Bryant doing nicely there. And that is going to be the out as well. If Heat win, they will move off the bottom as well. Says Jay Hayes. They will indeed. If the Heat win this one, the way that they're going in terms of being able to get themselves those points as well. One moment, we will go here. I believe they actually moved themselves up to about 4th position or maybe 5th on the table. We'll go here. We will go here. So the table, if they do receive all of their points, they move up into 4th place above the Strikers here. So that is exactly what the Brisbane Heat, they will be after as well. Nicely played once again by Tom Kelly. It's going to be reset time here for them as well. And also we've got the bombs are hopeless. The chat says Amy Spencer there on the chat. And also we've got the yes and the chat from Brandon Kuhneman now. Going to be rearing to go. We've got 4 runs from this over so far for Kuhneman. And it is the 1 wicket as well. He's actually bowled very well for him. 4th well as well. And there says Jay Hayes. Yeah, it just shows how much this competition can change in an instant. It's the same with the Renegades. If they win their next game, and all the results kind of go the way that they have been, they will actually move up relatively high in there as well. That was a huge, that was a big, massive, that was a big, huge, massive, gigantic, enormous. Take your pick, 10 out of 10 as well. Says Sebastian there. Yeah, it was a great ball from Kuhneman and a massive over for him as well. Ooh, was that one of them? Yes, it was for him. And that is going to be now 4 wickets down for the 100 here for the Adelaide Strikers. They do need themselves 209 to be able to win this one. It's not really happening, unfortunately, for them, but they'll be able to try and get a little bit closer than what they are now, trying to increase that net run rate for themselves. Because at the moment, the Strikers, their net run rate is actually minus 0.125, so it's actually not too bad. And the Heat, they're sitting at 0.732 as well. And also we have got there from Paddy Wagon, which I'm not going to read out. And also I'm looking at Brandon's side as well, just having a quick wee glance and then looking back at the cricket just for now, you know. I feel like at the end of the live stream, though, I am going to well and truly go to sleep. I didn't have plans to. No, I meant the yawn. Brandon had a cast a big one, and big it was as well. Says Sebastian there. And then, yeah, I have been having quite a few of them throughout this live stream. Why is it your... One moment. I'm going to have a look online here. What can we find out about yawning? I see played there from Tom Kelly once again. What does saying yawn make, or why does it? In humans, yawning is a socially modulated response because it can be inhibited by actual and not virtual social presence as well. And because a yawn can be triggered by someone else's yawn as a result of a phenomenon known as contagious yawning. It's proven from 1989, and it came in 2005. I guess hi, Hamish is us as Warriors fan as well. Would you like to see 2 more BBL teams in the comp, perhaps? New Zealand team and a Northern Territory team as well, says Jay. It would be kind of cool getting to see a New Zealand side, but I assume it would be like you have the Kiwi side and then 3 of their players are allowed to be like from Australia or otherwise as well. Yawns means you're tired as well, says Hamish Spencer. I don't think they always do, though. And also, we've got the yawns have got it in your mind as well, says Betty Wagon. Also, we've got their hi, Hamish. And there. And also, they think low oxygen can induce yawning as well. So maybe you're not breathing enough. That should be better for a little while. We have got there for your Kiwi lads. Yawn as well. And there, says up Brandon, that one is going out through cover. And it is just going to be the single there for the Adelaide Strikers once again. At the moment, 102 for 4. It's going to be tough for the Adelaide Strikers. And I think the one big thing for them here is they don't want to get bowled out because that really ruins your net run rate. And also, I would say that they still want to get themselves about their 160 mark. Definitely when they have got still 7 overs left to be able to do so. They've got 40 balls. Tom Kelly gives himself space, hits it hard, straight at the man. A little bit of a misfield from Tom Cooper, and they do get through for the single once again. But Tom Kelly, he has been impressive for me throughout this season. 7 runs off 8 deliveries. Nielsen sitting on 3 runs off 2. And also, once that water is gone, Yawns will have it as well. Says Jay Hayes, they will indeed. You guys know how low that water is at the moment, don't you? And also, no, says the NC guy there in the chat as well. But at the moment, 99% chance that the Brisbane Heat is going to be winning this one. I think Hamish is one, not going to lie as well. Says that Nathan Sim, we will have to wait and see whether or not it will be the case. They still have their power surge for 2 more overs, though. I mean, nicely, great work behind the stunts from Jimmy Pearson, and that is going to be called as a wide, though, for Guthrie just getting the radar a little bit wrong there for himself. But Pearson, he had to do a full stretch dive to be able to go out there as well. You've got Yawn from Brandon there as well. At the moment, Guthrie just a little bit leg side. Trying to get something on it and kind of excited for tomorrow's BBL game as well. Yeah, it is going to be 5:30 that it is going to be taking place, and it is going to be the Hobart Hurricanes taking on the Melbourne Stars for that one as well. If the Heat win this, win the same, where do they sit as well? So if the Heat win this one, they move up to 4th place. That would be very impressive for them because they did get the Bash Boost point. Nicely played once again, and it is going to be the 2 runs nicely run between the wickets and small sits later. So says Jay Hayes, I can't go too crazy with it. As on Kiwi lads in there. Says that Nathan Simon also we over there. I mean Kiwi lads and there as well. But yeah, this stage it is going to be interesting. That's the thing. If the Strikers can somehow pull off 16 runs per over in a weird and wonderful world, they will actually move up to 3rd place for themselves. But the Brisbane Heat, they need the win to be able to move up any rankings. So, Hamish, could you remind me of the numbers of wickets I predicted? I know I said 181 runs. So, Sebastian, for yourself, you said, where are we? 181 for 7 wickets down. It's actually pretty close at the moment, I think, by the end of this one. It's going to be a bit leg side-ish, and it is going to be hit to the leg side as well. Drinkers and Strikers as well, and Heat have won good night Strikers as well. And also, we've got their bro told you Brisbane Heat would win, as well, says Ryan there in the chat. But Kelly at the moment sitting on 7 runs off 8 deliveries. And I would say the big thing here is boundaries. We've only seen a total of 9 boundaries for the Adelaide Strikers. For the Brisbane Heat, doing the maths, we had 9 boundaries between almost the opening batsmen here, as though they were able to get 8 plus 3 more. Ben Duckett got 12. So you're looking at a total of about 30 boundaries for the Brisbane Heat compared to only seeing a total of 9. Good Yorker bowled, and Kelly once again hits it to the side. What did I say as well? And there says Nathan Sims. So for yourself, Nathan, you did say 180 for 9 there as well. And also we have got the goodbye yawn as well. And there says Brendan, also we have got the I will get you good. It will come as well. Time is coming to an end. And the evil yawn shadows around you slowly closing in as well. And I said 165 and the Strikers won. But I backed out. I backed the Heat in the poll as well. And I also think your autocorrect is a drunk there, as well, says Jay Hayes there in the chat for the Drinkers one. As we do see about the BBL 11 so far, we did see a very good take from Jimmy Pearson behind the stumps. It was off Stickety's bowling at the moment. We are sitting 13.5 overs down, although now it moves up on to 14 overs, and it is going to be 109 for 4 here. Kelly sitting on 9 off 9. Nielsen sitting on 6 off 4. And also we're going to have Mercy as well. There's a more cake there. But at the moment, it is going to be the power surge being taken, and it will be Majip, I believe, who will be bowling the first over of this power surge. We have got their song as well, says Morcake there, and the Bro Strikers will score 160 as well, says Ryan there. And also even Jenny yawns as well, says Jay. I might be yawning flat out, but even that one didn't quite sneak through the radar for that one yet. Although that one snuck through as well. Yeah, it's got there. What did you think of Lynn saying he can't throw that far as well? Says Robert, I did hear earlier on he did actually end up swearing while he did have the microphone on, which was an interesting situation for Chris Lynn as well. And still can't get you with that as well. Says Jay there, but Harry Nielsen here is going to be on strike as well. It will be interesting, though, to see how Chris Lynn does go throughout the season, because so far he hasn't really been able to fire. He's got all the power in the world, Chris Lynn, but it's trying to pick the right ball to go after. I watched Quick Game. It's good as well. Says Morcake, I haven't actually seen it as of yet, but I am considering watching it once I do get a little bit more spare time. That's the thing. Cricket at the moment has taken over like the viewing schedule. Reverse sweep there, and it is going to be the dot ball. Nielsen getting aggressive, but not quite able to get it going. Against spin, he's actually a little bit slower with the scoring rate. Oh, they did actually get through for a single. That is well run between the wickets there for the Adelaide Strikers, and now Majip. He is going to be bowling it to Kelly here. We have got there. I did get you once with Hugh, and also, actually, was it Hugh or was it Dom in the part before Dom? Jay, that was able to sneak through. I think it might have been Dom. That did end up getting me in the end. And it is now going to be Majip. Once again, going in, Matt Kelly. It's in the slot. He hits it for 6. This man has got power and timing, and it's a catch in the crowd as well for himself. Nicely done by the man of the crowd. And also, we have got their strikers are begging for mercy. Ain't happening as well. And it there as well. Or ain't happy, maybe, from Morcake there. It was a great take of the cricket ball as well. He gets the high fives from around the ground. But the 6 Majip, you can't put it at a good length delivery for this man, or else he does just hit it all the way. I feel like Tom Kelly individually can probably change the total that I will, because I set quite a low total, and I feel like Tom Kelly will actually be able to change this one around for them, perhaps. And also, it was Dom as well, says J.A.'s a little bit leg sideish, and that's going to be more runs here, way down the leg side. It's going to be 5 wides possibly if he can't catch this one, which he does. Nicely glided down by Guthrie. And that is going to be just the 3 runs for them as well. 4 runs off that delivery as well. 6-6 with the Christmas as well. And they finally don't have to get past 100 runs to win as well. It says Morcake there. Yeah, they only need 93 off 34 balls. The Strikers are screwed, says Morcake there as well. At the moment, though, Majip, that's the thing. He is normally very safe with the ball in hand, but he's feeling a little bit of pressure here for the power surge. I believe this is the first over of it as well. Harry Nielsen just hitting it to the guy at the back, and they are going to be able to get through for the single, and Kelly will get it as well. That run rate slipping away. Yeah, they do still need a total of around that 16, probably 0.5 almost per over after we get 1 or 2 more dot balls here. But Matthew Kelly, or sorry, not Matt. I keep on saying Matt, but his name is Tom, and he tries to go bang, but he doesn't quite get all of it. And it is going to be the 2 runs, I believe. Cooper running between the wickets. Good work from the Adelaide Strikers, and they are able to get the 2 runs off that. The evil shadow yawn has come, and as you yawn, it sinks deeper into your mind as well, says Paddy Wagon there. Playing the mind games at the moment. I'm liking it. Luckily, though, I feel like I am becoming very, what's it called? Zen. You know, I'm very zen at the moment. Oh, Matt Kelly tries to bang that one out of the park, and it goes about 2 feet. Unfortunately for him. A little bit of spin, a little bit of bounce for Majip, who is bowling this one now, sitting 37 runs for him off his first 3.5 overs. Hasn't actually got a wicket yet for Majip. Matt Kelly tries to smack that one down the ground, and he just gets a single. That would be the end of the over, and it was relatively expensive at the start for Majip, but 16 runs, coming off it in the end. And also we have got there, hit that like button, 70s Employee of the Month as well, and don't make me chug all water as well. Says up more cake there, or more water, in there as well. But it was a great take from that man. Throws it straight up in the air, and it does come down, almost falls on someone as well. They're showing that kiss of Peter Siddle. I swear that was his daughter, but I know that it wouldn't be if they were kissing that passionately, I guess you could say. And also we have got there yet as well, and they have the Heat put the nail in the coffin yet. Maybe. It's going to be interesting. Oh no, they are more similar to the right age. Now it is going to be Stickity charging in as well, and also Need to Talk as well in there. And also we have got there like this as well says it was Jay, and also we have got there who's Matt Kelly. I really thought it was Thomas Kelly as well. I am saying the wrong name. I think I'm combining Matthew Shaw and Tom Kelly, kind of doing the two of them as well. But it is Tom Kelly who is out there. But I keep on saying Matt Kelly, unfortunately, as well. Still might be his daughter is Adelaide as well. Says Sebastian there. And also Need to Talk like this all the time as well in there from Jay Hayes. But now it is going to be Stickity who will be bowling this one once again. Only going for the 1 run so far. It's weak right now, but it build more water the worse it gets as well. Big strike of the ball by Nielsen. Hasn't been able to get it away to the boundary, though. They've got the 2 men out deep on the leg side. They've run the 2, though, running it hard, and they have been able to get those 2 runs. They still need 17.6 words, sentences, paragraphs, etc. as well. And there says Jay Hayes there. And at the moment, 28 balls remaining here for them. Can they get the job done? That's the question here for the Adelaide Strikers. I feel like it's not going to be easy at all for them here, but if they can do it, it would be very impressive indeed. That is for sure. Nicely played there, or Nielsen. He might not have gotten all of it, though. And it is going to be up in the air. That is taken, and that could be the game there. As on, what do you call a lady stuck in a fence as well, says Morecake. As well, do let me know, mate. But there's going to be Nielsen, who is on his way. 10 runs off 8 deliveries for him, and he has gone out, unfortunately, for himself. He was close to being able to help his side out, but now it is going to be George Garton, more than likely. Or actually, no, sorry, they'll send out Rashid Kano, I think. As I imagine if Mr. Cake wrote a book, it would be 1,000,000 pages long, as says Jay there. And also we have that out in our chat. And Courtney as well in the chat says that more cake there and stuck, says Jay. As he so there. And also we have got there out as well. Says Sebastian, 10 runs for Harry Nielsen. And unfortunately for him, he is on his way. Sadly, he was not quite able to get it all going for himself. We have also got there Courtney in the chat. Yeah, at this stage, we have to wait and see how it does end up going for the later stages. They were just showing 2 people in the crowd who were about to start smashing faces, so they decided that they probably shouldn't keep it on them. But the required run rate, yeah, they've actually sent out George Garden here. Thought they would have gone with Rashid inside of the power play, but maybe his finger's still playing up a little bit. There's going to be Tom Kelly, gives himself some space. As well fielded, and no run is the call. Brilliant over so far from Stickity, only going for the 3 runs off 4 balls and also getting the wicket as well. And now at the moment, the Strikers sitting 127 for 5 here. Target of 209. They've only got another 26 balls left. What did the vest say to the shirt as well? See the more cake, you're under a vest. And there's more cake. The Heat at this stage, they were sitting on 3 for 143 here. And let's match up. Kelly, he's still at the crease though, and Wally is still there. There's still a little bit of a chance. He can hit the ball very hard, but that is going straight out to the man in the deep. And also, nothing a vest doesn't talk as well. What happens when Hamish does a live stream as well? Says Betty Wagon there. And the chat, he yawned. Says Betty. Cheers. I'm running low. I'm running very low. And we have still got another 4 overs left. So I don't have a bedtime on the holidays as well. Says more cake there, but Stickity, he is going to be charging him one more time. This has been a very good power surge for themselves. Down the ground from Garden, strikes it well, but just gets the single. It's a dad check as well. There says more cake. That was a very good one from Stickity. Only the 5 runs off it, and it's going to be 4 wickets down, or 5 wickets down, sorry, for 129 now for the Adelaide Strikers. They need another 80 runs off 24 balls as well. How did you get Pikachu on a bus Pokemon? How? Oh, Pokemon. I assume that is as well, and it is 10:03 p.m., says Warriors fan there. It is indeed, mate, and we are getting closer and closer to Christmas, less than 24 hours away. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on Christmas Eve, and we are going to have a live stream a little bit later on in the day, and that is going to be the big old matchup that has taken place between the Melbourne Stars and the Hobart Hurricanes. So if anyone is going to be keen on that one, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are getting closer and closer to 8,600 subscribers. Can't speak. 8,600 subscribers. We are only sitting 5 away. So if you haven't already, be sure to leave that like and subscribe. It is going to be Kuhneman now once again, who will have an opportunity with the ball in hand. Already taken 2 wickets for 28 here. Or reverse sweep there for Garden. They're saying there was a bit of a noise. The umpire says no as well. Drinks water intensively as well. There says more cake there. Yeah, at the moment it is sitting at 12. Oh, I should mention it's 12:04 here in New Zealand. So that is why it is 24 hours as well. Why did Dumpty push his girlfriend off the wall as well? Says Paddy Wagon. Why did he do that? Do let me know. Morkaki said yay. And in that chat as well. But Kuruman now once again going to be bowling Garden. It's in the slot and he has gone bang. That's all the way for 6. It's a brilliant shot from Garden. And he gets plenty of it as well. I just see a crack as well. Says Paddy Wagon. Also, we have got their drinks whiskey intensively as well. And good morning, Amish. As well, says Morkaki there. And the chat, hey, Amish, I know a man who fell into an upholstery machine. Don't worry, he's fully recovered as well. Says that David, are we just going to have a heap of dad jokes in the chat now? Because if so, I'm going to be loving it. Do let me know your best dad joke. Reverse sweep, Garden goes bang. And that's going to be 6 more runs for the Adelaide Strikers. He's done the reverse sweep favourite pre-game feed as well. Says Xavier Brown. Normally I go with just probably the hot chips. It's pretty simple, but it is effective. I said 139 for 10, so I am not going to be getting the points for this one, that is for sure. And also favourite pre-game feed as well in there. Says Xavier, and also the 6 from Robert. Reverse hit here for Garton, who just smacks it all the way over the boundary for the 6. That's 2 6s in a row, and Kuruman now will be back under pressure. They still need 19 runs per over if they do want a chance of being able to win this game. But is there still a slight chance here for the Adelaide Strikers? They have got a 0.7% chance of being able to win this game. I don't see them being able to go on and do it, but we will have to wait and see. Garden down the wicket. He's hit it hard. Has he hit it long, or is he going to be caught? It's right on the boundary. It's 3 6s in a row for Garden. That is 18 runs now for him off only 5 deliveries, or 19 runs. Sorry, dad jokes, helicopter yawns. What a fun stream as well, says JAs. And also dad jokes has arrived as well, says Paddy Wagon. What a shot for Garton there. 6 6 6 at the moment. He has been able to go. It was a dot ball for the first delivery. And he knows that there's no option here other than to just keep on swinging. They still need 18.6 and over. And 666, where do Naughty Rainbows go as well? Oh, that's going to be close to LBW. He has fallen over there and he's given and couldn't have been able to pick him up. And that is going to be, I guess you could say, it's a bit of a shame because it was right at the end. But Garden, he is going to be on his way now. Boom, boom, boom as well. What is in trophy without his armor as well? And also we have got there, what is an in trophy without his armoro as well. What is an in trophy without his armoro as well? And also we have got there the prison one. Rod David, where do Naughty Rainbows go for prison as well? And Garden making up for his bowling figures as well. And then he does unfortunately lose his wickets. Could have been able to get him, and he has picked up 3 wickets in this one. What was my prediction, says Novmum? Probably 100% correct. You're very good at your predictions, Novmum. Overall, you did say 192 for 5. Oh, going to be tough to do. But no, sorry, that's actually the wrong one. Sorry. For Novmum in the second innings, it was 156 for 8 was your prediction. No, that was Paddy Wagon. Novmum, where's yours? Have we got yours? Did you give one? Yeah, you did. You did give one, Novmum, didn't you? It's disappeared. I'm going to have to go back through and try and find it. See whereabouts it ended up. Normally I do mark them all, so I feel like that one's snuck through the cracks, I guess you could say there. As well, where we got it, we're going right back to the start of the innings. Where is the Novmum? One moment, ladies and gentlemen. I am just finding that one. Rashid Khan now going to be at the crease for himself there. I have to wait and see how he does go. We had a lot of chat throughout this live stream. I've actually been scrolling for about a full minute or so. And that one we have got there from Novmum. I'm going to find it, but that is going to be, first of all, half from Rashid Khan with the helicopter shot. It goes out to the offside as well. I'm looking for the little bird. Where is the little bird? That's going to be the end of the over. It has been very nicely done for the Brisbane Heat so far. Right. We have got there. Novmum, where are you? Where are you? Surely it's somewhere here. David has said 208. No, sorry, 209. Dwabs has said that one. Where is Novmum? You did predict, didn't you, Novmum? Oh, 192 for 5 there as well. So it was actually that slightly early one. So it was 192 for 5. I got confused for a second there. I was like, surely it is there. And also we've got their raw height as well, says Sam. Yeah, indeed. And also we've got there, what do you call a caveman's fart a blast from the past as well? Says it was there from Morkaki. And Rashid Khan is my favourite ever player as well, says Sam. He is an absolutely phenomenal talent, that is for sure. 19 runs off that over, and it's not actually the amount that they do need. We have got there. Have you watched AFL? I have indeed. I've seen a little bit of it in the past. Unfortunately, though, haven't had as much of a chance. Recently, Rashid Khan, he tries to go big. I don't think he's got all of that one. And he is going to be dropped. And now it is going to be the 2 runs for Rashid Khan. and he will be able to get himself back on the strike. We have got the Rashid. Is his helicopter technique better than yours as well? Says J.A.'s definitely. 100% better for Rashid Khan, and one was when I predicted Heat as well. There's a Robert there. But it was a slightly slower ball. Rashid Khan just not quite able to get all of it here. The Brisbane Heat, when they win this game, they are going to be able to go on and get themselves a total amount of 4 points, which moves them up into 4th place on the table, ahead of the Adelaide Strikers as well. Going to be Basley now. Brilliant delivery. I feel like that almost broke the bat there of Rashid Khan, and he is going to be taking the single. He's just realized that maybe he should go down just a little bit quicker because he almost got himself run out there. He did try and absolutely smack that one over the boundary, moving up onto 151 here for 6 here. I tell you what, if Novmum gets some points there, same with Kevin, if you guys both get points, and also Musical Kiwi, I should mention, if you guys get multiple lots of points, that's going to really help you out as well. And how do you find Will Smith in the snow? You look for the fresh Prince as well. And there in Blaze, missing all of the action as well. That's a good shot there from Kelly. He hasn't got all of it though, but it is going to be falling short of it as well. He didn't really try and overhit that one for Kelly. And also, what do you call a guy with a toe growing from his knee? Toe knees. Says X there. And also, why do golfers wear 2 pairs of pants in case they get a hole in one as well? He's covering it, Jay. As well, says Robert there in the chat. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because we are going to be back with plenty more action in the future of this live stream. But Basley at the moment sitting 4 wickets down, and also what was mine as well, says Hamish Spencer. I believe he said 168. Rashid Khan's stump is gone as well. One moment, we will have a look, Hamish. We did allow it because it was a little bit later. It was 168 for 9 for your prediction there as well. And unfortunately, he can't bat us, says Sam. Yeah, unfortunately for Rashid Khan, he does end up losing his wickets. So Blaze isn't on the stream as well, says Jay there. And the chat, but at the moment, that is going to be another wicket falling for the Adelaide Strikers. Basley, that is going to be his 2nd of the day. Rashid Khan just getting his off stump knocked out of the ground. He had to keep on swinging though for that one. He was live before as well, says Robert there. And the chat, and also we have got there Kana, I think it is as well. And also Kananana, was it there? Sebastian. Also we've got there, what do you call with one man? Or sorry, what do you call a man with one leg? And it is Neil and Win Robert as well, says Jay. And the chat as well, why do bananas never get together? They always split up as us, Penny Wagon. I didn't realize that everyone just had all their dad jokes like ready on demand. Like, I feel like, have you guys actually Googled this one, or is it all just coming from the heart as well? But where's Agar now making his way to the crease? 36 matches, 28 runs, not the best average for him. His best runs is actually 8. Doesn't normally get too much of an opportunity to bat. And to be honest, you could hear it in the way that that bat sounded. And they will just take the single. So now off the final delivery, it will be Tom Kelly once again on strike. Well, that required run rate is, 25 needed from the last 2 overs here. It's not going to be very easy for them, I wouldn't think. But they will be trying their best to see whether or not they can get just that little bit closer. But anyone who hasn't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. What do you call a Muppet with no ears as well? Nothing, because he won't listen as well. And also, has he had it scheduled to the same stream as Kiwi Lads? He must have cancelled as well there. That is going to be hit to the leg side once again. Nicely played by Kelly, and they will be getting the 2 runs between the wickets. Good running from the Adelaide Strikers. Do you watch the Sheffield Shield? I do try and watch a little bit of it. It's not as easy to find at times here in New Zealand, depending on the games that are also taking place at the same time. But I do try my best to watch quite a bit of it. 155 for 7 here after the 18 overs for the Adelaide Strikers. Anyone who is new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're back tomorrow for the Hobart Hurricanes. They will be taking on the Melbourne Stars as well. We are 3 subscribers away from hitting 8,600 subscribers. So if you haven't already, sure to leave a like on the live stream and subscribe. We have got there. I just make my own jokes as well, says Betty Wagon there. And also, what do you call a man with a shovel in his hand? Doug, as well, says David. David, also, we have got there. Also, the basement, it's soundproof as well, says Sebastian. And also, 2 people walked into a bar, and 2 people walked into a bar, and the 3rd person ducked it. Get it, Kiwi Lads, as well. I do indeed. I think I've heard one about a bar and a horse. And I was like, I can't remember what it was. I feel like I let down everyone. I do apologize, everyone, for that one. Guthrie now. He's going to be bowling the 2nd last over. Going for 7 runs and over from here. And this match back. Where's Agar on strike? Tries the ramp shot. That's not where he tried to hit that one. Yet it's somehow just as effective. And he's going to be able to get the 2 runs. Chris Lynn has been able to line that one up. Chris Lynn, his arm is not the best, unfortunately, in the field. Has to have about 3 bounces to be able to get into Jimmy Pearson. And also, we have got the, what do you call a Muppet? Insect spaceman as well. It's Silly Sausage as on there. And also, we have got there, what do you call a man without a shovel in his hand? And it's Douglas as well. There's David. That shot from Wes Agar, I swear he used the back of his bat for that one. So I guess it is, you got to use all assets that you have got yourself. But Guthrie at the moment sitting on 24 runs off him. And the Heat, they were sitting at 190 at this point. They need 27 runs per over to be able to win this one. By Tom Kelly. I feel like he needs to be up the order a little bit more. Every time he goes in, he gets himself some good runs. Tom Kelly, 2 Dragons walking to above. One says it's hot in here, and the other says, shut your mouth. So there's Sebastian there. And somehow still awake, lol. Let's go, Strikers. As I says, it was Music Kiwi, and also what do you call a duck on crack? A quackhead. Says Betty Wagon. I'm laughing too much at these dad jokes at the moment. I feel like I do enjoy a good dad joke, though. Well, that was unfortunate. Well and truly joked there. And also, Amish, no, it's Sebastian. Imagine if that was the way that I went. Just on live stream. And I do end up trying to drink the final part of my water. And that is when it all goes downhill. At the moment, 18.4 overs down, 159 for 7 as well for the Strikers. And your faces us, says Nathan Simon. Also, what do you call a guy who's coughing the Kiwi lads as well? And there goes the water solution for yawning as well. Why do golfers wear 2 pairs of pants in case you get a hole in one as well? You know what that was? I think it was because I tried to only finish half of it. So I think that is why it would backfire. That's it down the ground from Wes Agar. It's just going to be the single once again. And also we have got there Death by yawning and drowning on this stream as well. CJA, and also we have got there, what do you call it, dead YouTuber, the Q lads as well, says old crab. And also we have got there a piece of rope walks into a bar. The barman says, excuse me, but are you a piece of string? The rope says, I'm afraid not. As says David, and you said it as well. Says a Paddy Wagon there. I'm going to have to cough again, I think. Unfortunate times. I thought hydration was supposed to be good for you. There's going to be Guthrie now. Slower ball, nicely bowled. And they are going to be able to get themselves a single to close out the over, sitting on 161. All they get 2. Nice running there for the Adelaide Strikers. 1 over left into this matchup now. 162 for 7. Oh, I feel like this is right in the middle. Why are we saying jokes as well? Says Music Kiwi, and also can I come over QT as well? Says the old crab there in the chat. Is that me? While I'm choking, you can come over and pat me on the back to stop me from choking if you like. Will you ever do a game day vlogs like BR Sport as well, says Xavier Brown? It's a little bit trickier due to the fact that any ground, like pretty much the nearest ground is probably 3 hours away for me to travel to. In terms of for New Zealand, it would be a Super Rugby one. We don't actually have any kind of rugby league or anything like that. And also we have got the only joke I have is my life as well. And there says Music Kiwi. But now that's going to be Stickity charging in. Wide delivery. And this is getting to a total that makes things interesting for kind of adding up our totals. Because I know that Kevin was going at around that kind of decent mark. Novman was a little bit higher, but if there's a few more wides, perhaps that will end up going in her favour. Sebastian at 177, a couple more boundaries there. Could be looking like it is going to be close as well. Orange Theory, right. How far is Hagley as well? So Hagley for me is around that 3.5 hours or so as well, or 3 hours. Let's get 178. Says it Music Kiwi there. Going to be nicely hit down the ground from Wes Agar. Strikes it well. They are running hard. They just take the single there. I think that is good news for them because Kelly can hit a long ball. The Sixers at this stage, or the Heat, sorry, were sitting 202 as well. Do you want to commentate as a job as well? Says the old crab. I guess it's weird because it's like I love the fact that I can talk about the games and also chat to you guys at the same time because this slightly, I guess you could say, is my job at the moment. Like I pretty much do it full time for the YouTube channel. But I mean, I don't know whether or not I would want to be in a commentary booth because I wouldn't be able to chat to you guys at the same time and get 180 as well and shop and play for the draw Strikers as well. And also Why Don't Bananas get together because I always get split up as well. And this is more cake. At the moment, Kelly is sitting on 26 runs, or 27, sorry. That's just tick over a little bit further, and 6 from 6 at the moment for Wes Agar. His actually high score is 8. So he might be able to beat that here, Wes Agar. Hopefully he will be able to do it. At the moment, they need more than 36 runs per over to be able to win this one. It's a bouncer, well bowled there for Stickity. And there's going to be the dot ball. You would yawn too much as well. Says it JAC, I would indeed. And also We have got that bananas one and hit a 6-bra as well, says Music Kiwi. Stickity. Well bowled there. And it looked like Wes Aga was going to try and play it and then decided against it and kind of just jumped up and avoided that one from hitting the bat as well. We have got there way copy jokes as well, says Betty Wagon there, and was 6 afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9 as well. There says more cake there. And now it is going to be Stickity once again. 3 balls left in this one. Advancing down the wicket. Is that going to be a wide? And is that going to be the single? Do they just get the single? It is counted as a bye, so it is not going to be the wide there for Wes Agar because of the fact that he did jump down the wicket towards him as well. Stickity apologises for that one. And also we have got there, I bet because he's 9 years old as well. And also we have got there, I don't see the more cake, but 166 at the moment. My prediction could be close as well. Says Hamish Spencer. Could be indeed. I believe he said 168. And even though that should be a wide, they should have another look at that, but they're not going to for that one as well. Oh, in the slot, does he get all of it? I don't think he is. And it is going to be straight to the man, and that is going to be Kelly out now. And also we have got there, McCry as well, says Music Kiwi. That is nicely taken by Duckett in the deep. And that is going to be now 1 ball remaining. What kind of music do kangaroos listen to? Hip-hop as well. Says more cake there as well. And also we have got there, they're out, and mine is like way out as this. Says not although you do have a point on the board, which is all that matters at this point. As my prediction was spot on. Heat smash as well, says Jay Hayes there. And please get a no ball 6 as well, says Nathan Summer. And also we have got the F off as well, says it was Hamish Spencer there. I wonder if that is at me or maybe Tom Kelly for that regard. It is going to be 166 at the moment, although you were sitting 168, Hamish Spencer. So, I mean, you are right there as well at the moment. So I feel like you will still get the 3 points. And, well, I was wrong. At least I got 2 points for the other innings as well, says Music Kiwi there. And now Peter Siddle making his way out to the crease. At the moment now going to be charging in. Slower ball hits straight back down the ground for Wes Agar. He gets himself almost a boundary. No, it is going to be saved. And they will be running the 3 runs, I believe, here, if I'm not wrong. Yes, they do get it. And they get up to 169 for themselves there, the Adelaide Strikers as well. Did you watch the Aussie boxing match? As I said, Ed Vogel, I did not. I didn't actually get a chance to see it. Did Paul Gallen win, though? I think I did here as well. And also we have got there who won it as well. And there says Robert Miller. And also we have got there, it's 170 runs now, isn't it, as well? It is indeed. And finally, Heat are going to win. They're full of Muppets. Chris Lynn should be working for Maccas as well. Hey, diddle diddle. It's Peter Siddle, says Jay. But now we get to have a little bit of an add up of who was the closest. So I believe Novmum was the very first prediction almost, or actually it was Daryl who said out for 130. So now what do we got? We have got 169 we're looking for. 1 off at the moment there was Hamish Spencer, who was able to get it. It did come in just after the start of the first ball, but down the bottom it did still say 5. So I am going to allow it because it was still in that first over, but now it will be that you've got to predict it before the start of the game. So it is going to be Hamish Spencer gets himself a total of 3 points as well. He is in first. Then in second, who is second closest at the moment? I believe it might be Paddy Wagon, who did have himself. Oh, sorry, I didn't put up that one. We'll go like that, and then we will go down like that. So next it is Paddy Wagon, who does receive himself 2 points for that one as well, for having a total of 173. And then we need the next closest, right? We got More Cake, who was 10 off. No, sorry, it was a little bit more than 10 off. My apologies there. We have got there 178 might be next closer, or 156. 178, just a little bit closer in that regard. With Sebastian, he's actually 188. 181, sorry, but not quite there as well. 180 we had a few of. So I believe it is going to be Music Kiwi who does pick up third place in this one as well. So you will add him to the list. There we go. Music Kiwi is sitting in third. So he did receive a point for both innings of this matchup as well. We have also got there in the chat, diddle diddle, it's Peter Siddle, and also good game chance for stream. Maybe see you tomorrow as well. And also a 2-run difference as well. And G Train 1. And there says Ed Vogel. And also we have got there, do I get the points for saying 165 in the Heat chase as well, says Robert. Oh, that's a good question. You actually predicted it a long time earlier, didn't you, Robert? If I'm not wrong, at the start of the Heat chase. And also one moment, we will have to go back. We will actually have to do some adding up here. And I will have to go back and try and find that comment from Robert. Do you remember what time it was when you put it in, Robert? Because I think it was actually before the rest of the comments, wasn't it? If I'm not wrong, one moment, I am going back. And we will see whether or not we can find it. But anyone who hasn't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel as well. We are going down. Where are we? Robert. I said like a frog. Robert. We're going back. Where's Robert? Where is he? He's going to be lurking. 5th of January. Okay, that was a little bit too early because that was the 18th over as well. We might have a little bit of an upset here, ladies and gentlemen. There might be a Robert who is sneaking in there as well. Where is Robert? Right. One moment, ladies and gentlemen. I am just making sure that I've got the right people here as well. And we can talk now. Where's Robert? Robert. I like how scrolling back through, I just see the basement is too crowded as one of the comments that are there as well. I can't find you, Robert, but do let me know what time it was, and I will be able to go back through and be able to check it out. It was before the 5th over of the first innings as well, says Robert. Also, it's actually the very first one. As on, also, I'm going to celebrate because Brisbane Heat won today. I said 180, says Ryan as well. And congrats to the first 3 predictors. And also, I got second. As on, says Betty Wayne. And also, we have got the night all. Is there a game tomorrow? There is indeed. It is going to be the Melbourne Stars taking on the Hobart Hurricanes. And we are going to be back for this one as well. And at this stage, didn't someone say 177 as well? We are just doing the quick adding up now. I'm going to go right back up to the top because I feel like Robert's won. If I do find it, that will mean that the points change slightly in that regard. So yeah, it may be that you do miss out a little bit. Music Kiwi possibly might be the man who does get lost out of that top 3 because you did say 165, Robert. One moment, we will go like that and we will go like that. So it'll be 160. So I will go back and add that up as well. 165 for the Strikers. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And we will be back tomorrow with our day of cricket. Once again, it is going to be the Melbourne Stars taking on the Adelaide Strikers. But thank you all very much for tuning in. And I will see you all for the next one.